Know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of $60,000 to spend? If your home fits that...
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go.
That he'll bring up
Yep.
on the screen.
We'll have a look at that after the.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brighton, Pontville Oval for this SFL Round 3 match between the Brighton Robins and the New Norfolk Eagles. My name is Tubes Taylor, and we're very excited to be out here on our live stream thanks to EIS Property, ID Clothing, Jackson Motor Company, and of course Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food. The Brighton Robins are back after a hiatus, and they've recruited well. They've got a coach, a very adept coach in Byron Howard at the reins, and the captain Dylan Ford. My name is Tubes Taylor. I'm joined upstairs on the camera by Martin Duffy of Duff TV. Good afternoon, Duff.
Yeah, great to be here, Tubes. Doubling up here on the camera and the co-commentating. They're a little bit shy, aren't they? We tried to get some of the boys involved, and they just said, no, too busy.
How about that haircut?
I'll chip in every now and then and just make the odd uninformed comment.
Young bloke down on the 50-metre line here, Duff, with one of the best mullets you will ever see. Check him out. Kitted out too. Looks a bit like Aaron Gox. Probably loves the chalky milk. But we're here for the SFL footy, and we had a game earlier this morning, the SFLW, where Brighton got over the top of New Norfolk pretty comprehensively. But this game's an intriguing one, Martin Duffy, because the Brighton Robins came out and gave Sorrel a bit of a show down at their home park, and this is their first home game here at Brighton at Pontville. And New Norfolk, well, they came out of the blocks in round 1 and gave the Huonville Lions a bit of a touch-up. And then the Lions came out last round in round 2 and gave Brighton a bit of a bath too. So it's a very interesting and even competition this year. I'll be interested to see what happens here today, Martin Duffy.
Should be a good arm wrestle, hopefully. Yeah, very disappointing for Brighton last week. And, of course, there's our man, Ferg Morrison, who's did say to me, hey, some of the St Kilda boys actually going to be tuning into this live stream. So g'day to my favourite Saints up there in, where are they? Up in Noosa, aren't they, I think,
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure where they are. Yeah, no, they are. They're up
and looking
deep.
fit as Ferg.
Look at him. He's one of our favourites here at Duff TV and loves himself a bit of me time too. So I'll be happy that we're talking about him, no doubt. I did see him before the game, and he mentioned that the boys are up and about and excited to get started. But we caught up with Coach Byron Howard a little bit before the game. And you can see Joey Bangura on screen there. He's come over from Geelong. He'll be one to watch, the number 20. And as I said, we caught up with Coach Byron Howard before the game. All right, joined by the coach of the Brighton Robins here, Byron Howard. Thanks for joining us on the map.
No worries, mate. Good to have you out here.
Yeah, big game today against New Norfolk, Battle of the Upper Derwent, we're calling it. How do you see this matchup?
Oh, look, mate, it's going to be a good game. You know, there's a good crowd here. They had the week off last week, and we obviously need to bounce back from a big loss to Huonville last week. So, looking forward to it. Great day for footy. It's great that we're out and about with community sport again. Yeah, great to see the Brighton Robins back in the SFL too, mate. That's been a big journey for you. Yeah, it has. It's been like the committee that have worked extremely hard in the last couple of years, and said it a few times, but for the SFL and the other 8 SFL clubs to allow our club to go in recess as a senior club last year actually saved our club. You know, we probably wouldn't be here this year if it hadn't been for those clubs and the competition to allow us to stay in. You know, we've got 60 odd players now on our books. New club rooms are about to start being built, or our old one being demolished. So it's fantastic to be back. And for those recruits that have come into the club, are there any ones we should keep an eye out for today? Yeah, I'd keep an eye out for number 5, young Alex Blair, who is from New Norfolk, but good mates with Connor Salt, who's also from a New Norfolk born and bred boy. So Alex is midfielder, goes forward, really silky player, outstanding. Joseph Bangura, they've both come over from Geelong this year to, obviously their competition was folded. Connor Salt has been really good up front. Adrian Peach in the ruck, our captain and assistant coach Dylan Ford has been in really good form. And I suppose we've got a couple of veterans down back, Adam Collis, who's been here his whole career and we're sort of playing for people like Adam to give them a little bit of success. So that's what we're aiming for. So there's a few players to keep an eye on.
And you've signed on for 2 years to create a bit of longevity around the club, and a lot of those players are on for a couple?
Yeah, absolutely. The only players that we haven't got committed to 2021 is Alex and Joseph. You know, at this stage they'll return to Geelong. You know, that's where they're studying for their uni. And it's fantastic that they're wonderful people, so it's great to have them here. But the rest of the list are for 2 years. I'm for 2 years, so looking forward to this year, obviously, and then really focus on 2021.
All right, Byron, we won't hold you up for too much longer, mate, but thanks so much for joining us on the map.
No worries, mate. Pleasure.
Byron Howard there. For the final coach's address, and we've been luckily enough to be joined, Martin Duffy, in the commentary box by local Brighton Robins legend, Braden Hallett. Good morning, or good afternoon, Braden.
Hey mate, thanks for having me on. Absolute belter of a day here today down in Brighton.
It's a cracker, absolutely. And Byron Howard just showing that he's still probably got it at 45 years old or whatever he is. I'm not sure how it is, but he was a star of a few competitions. And we zoom in on the new Norfolk Eagles. So it's the Robins and the Eagles here, Braden. How are you seeing this game play out, mate?
I'd say Brighton will be trying to come back and perform a bit better than they did last week. I think Marcus Parker's going to be the one person that could make or break it for the Norfolk. If Brighton can combat him, I'd say, their run should, give them a good contest at least, but
yep.
Norfolk do have it over Brighton the last 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah, well, it's been an interesting couple of years for the Brighton Robins, obviously after their hiatus last year, and they're back in the competition. A couple of good players, as you say. That man, Marcus Parker, the number 34, a veteran and an absolute superstar. There he is, Joey Bangura out there, who's come down from Geelong, studying over there, and the COVID hit. Geelong footy got cancelled and he decided to come down back to Brighton, so it's good to see him back in Demons colours. We're about to get underway here. Brighton will kick to the right of screen. And we're away. So it's SFL action, Brighton versus New Norfolk. Round 3 action underway. Ruck contest comes straight down. Alex Blair through the middle there, just gets caught holding the footy. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Eagles. The man there, Josh Hills, takes it from the middle of the ground, goes long and deep, down towards Marcus Parker, who gets first grab at the footy, but a good defensive effort over the back. A handball came out, scrubby stuff, and this man, Joel Millhouse, happy to see it out over the boundary. So fast start early, Braden.
Yeah, I'd say they'll be pretty fast all day, the way both teams are, both young, quick teams. So whoever gets to the forward line first, I'd say.
So boundary throw in, ruck contest. Parker tried to take it out of the ruck, just towed it forward. This will be a free kick going the way of the Robins. Dylan Ford, the recipient. He's got it at half-back, sends it down towards centre half-back. Nice kick, finds a man in Brady Hayden. Hayden goes wider still. Couple here, flying high there was Blair, the man who's also come down from Geelong. Big tackle laid, and he's caught holding the footy, so a free kick will go to Eisel. A hard man from Boyer. Big Nathan Eisel. He's strong, plays on quickly. Sends it down forward. Small man down there was Josh Clifford. Out on the lead. The kick wasn't to his advantage. Tapping it on nicely was Jai Bierman. And there's a free kick going to Bierman. Copped a little bit high there, I think. So the first shot on goal will go to the Eagles. What do you know about this fella?
I don't know much about Jai. I did grow up playing against a lot of the guys in the team like Harry and Nugget, Ben Lovell and a few others, but I think this guy's a couple of years younger to me.
Yep. Well, he's got a ripping haircut, does Jai Bierman. We've seen him play a fair bit of footy here at Duff TV. In he comes. It's okay off the boot. Just a question of accuracy. Just pushes it to the near side for one behind. So New Norfolk first on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. How's the feeling around the Robins at the moment, Braden?
After the first round, she was about as big as it's been down the club for the last 10 years, I reckon. But soon put back into place last week down at Huonville, which it's not the first time, as a very good team down there.
Johnson has it from fullback, goes long, finds a man out wide. Quick kick, the first time they've been forward to centre, the Brighton. Big punch away from Farrow. And he punches it into the river almost, and we'll see a boundary throw in. What's the river over the back here?
That's the Jordan. That pretty much runs.
The wonderful Jordan.
Yep, no, it runs a fair way up, nearly towards Norfolk, I'd say.
Ah, well, there you go. Boundary throw in at half forward for the Robins. Ruck contest, one down nicely by Lovell. Big shovel just shovels it forward. Eisel with strength over the footy. Happy to see it across the line is Alex Blair. So how have you seen Alex Blair's introduction to the club? He's come over from Geelong.
Yeah, funny you say that. Actually, we did a drill at train about a month ago, a bit of Brownlow, and I got mashed up with Alex Blair, and fair to say he gave me an absolute walloping. A very, very silky, quick player.
Yep.
The club is very happy to have him on board.
Out it comes now. Chance for Wig. He can't get a hold of it. There's a free kick. A free kick against Bangura, I should say. And told him before the game I was going to muck up his name as the ball goes forward. Flying over the back there was Sam Thomas. Out it comes. A quick pick up by Brainbird. Now it's in the arms of Jordan Byers. And we'll see a ball up. So they've recruited well, the Robins, obviously after a hiatus recently. And they're back. Big tackle laid. But they're up against a pretty seasoned New Norfolk side who came out in round one. Had a win. Had the bye last week. Scrappy stuff early. The umpire just lets it go. He'll say, give it to me. I talked to Ferg Morrison before the game, Braden, and he said that Huonville are probably the best side he's ever played against in the SFL.
Yeah, right.
The current Huonville side.
Okay, yeah. I think Fergie down in the back line doesn't overly enjoy having to deal with Mickey Paul. That's probably a good reason for that. Yeah, no. But they do have some big lads down at Huonville, and on that small ground, they are very hard to beat.
Yeah, quick kick forward by Hills, down towards the big forwards, and they fly high. It's Tyron Rainbird going back with a flight. And a free kick, 50 metres for push off the ball. So mark this one down for the first goal of the match, going to Tyron Rainbird. We might check that out on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay in just a moment. Rainbird sends it home, and the Eagles are on the board. Coach Josh Clifford out there for the Eagles, pretty happy. Let's check it out. Here's the flight. Was it good mark? Not sure whether that's a... Anyway, the umpires are in the best spot. Lee Thompson, the man who it's against. What happened? Is there a team rule for a 50? Is he off now?
I don't know. It depends who the player is.
You're not listening to training then.
They say you should, but yeah, there wasn't much in that, so I'd say they give him a chance.
Yep. So back in the middle. All the play with New Norfolk. Just not able to get their hands on the footy just yet, the Robins. Free kick going the way of Blair, who's been good early. Sends it long. Big punch again from behind. That's good stuff by Farrow. Shepherding off the ball there nicely. Tangata goes hard at the footy. You know he's going to do that all game. Big tackle. Nice tackle laid by Lewis. And the umpire says, I'll take it. Ball up, please. Big shout out from Ferg Morrison to Jimmy Webster, up there with his St Kilda teammates. Best mates from under 8s here at Brighton, apparently. So hello to you boys watching from Noosa. This way, big punch there, nicely done by Bangura. Centre half forward now for the Robins. Nicely picked up by Cody Morgan. He couldn't quite get away. Bangura goes in hard, quickly tapped it out. Tangata has it now. Out it lands into the arms of Johnson. Bit of ping-pong footy here at the moment. Scrappy stuff. Umpire says, no, I'll ball it up. Good option here by the umpire just to ball it up. Umpire Jack Duffy running the boundary as well, of course. Punched away. Here's a chance now for Douglas. The free kick will go to Douglas. It's Jackson Douglas. Centre half forward. Looks to push it inside forward 50 again. Coming out hard at the footy. That was a good lead, but Farrow was hot on his hammer. Spinning out of trouble, the Eagles will work it out here through this man in Heald. Heald has it in the back pocket. Nothing really to kick to. So just kicks long. Heron, spoiled from behind. Bangura, pushing the back perhaps. And the umpire says, no, I'll take it. You can hear the insight to the runner here. Who's the runner just there? Is the coach of the Rezzies?
No, he's the bench coach, Josh Davey. He's injured out with his shoulder at the moment.
All right. Down towards Ferg Morrison. Here's a chance for the big fella, one of Duff TV's favourites. Out Banks Smith, happy to see it across the line. They look for a deliberate. The umpire says no way. Too much pressure. There he is. Big Ferg. Look at him. The boy from up St Peter's Pass.
Yeah, I'd say he was about that size when he was when I was playing when he was 10. So
playing
very,
from behind,
very
though.
smart footballer. I do think he's a better backman, but looks like he's forward today for a start.
Shearing got the kick out for New Norfolk. It landed in the arms of Millhouse. Handballed off nicely. Big long kick down towards the forwards, but it was untoward, and it's landed in the arms of Chaplin. Moves the ball on quickly. Wardlaw, short one, finds Rainbird, the only goal kicker for the game so far. Handballs onto a running man, plays on quickly. Going back with a flight, that was a good effort. Little push and shove here, I don't mind that. So New Norfolk now. That was, it might have been Solkowski. And a short one, and it's just landed in the arms of this fella. I've got no idea who it is. We'll find out who it is at quarter time. Number 33. Haven't got him on. Any ideas? We'll try and find out.
I haven't seen him before. Tyson Eisel.
Tyson Eisel, yeah, well
going
played.
by Sporting Pulse.
Yep, and we'll put that down. Well done, Tyson. He only hit the scoreboard with a behind. Gee, it's dangerous when you're kicking towards Marcus Parker. Out it comes now, though, for Randall. Handballed over the top, forward. Short one. This is the 45-degree kick that's dangerous. Banks Smith, he's hot on it. Hot on his hammer, though. Down there's Brody Johnson. Dives on it. And umpire's called a push in the back. It'll go to the Eagles. Banks Smith has it at centre. Just forward to centre for the Eagles. He goes long. Free kick downfield. So undisciplined stuff. We're looking for a play on advantage here. Parker just waiting and waiting and waiting. It was a downfield free kick. So a little undisciplined stuff here. Looks like this might be big Ben Lovell, the shovel. He's got the journey in him too, Ben Lovell. He's a nice kick of the footy. So when he comes, he's just kicking inside the 50 here. Slid across it, and it's worked out okay. So Ben Lovell has the first for his name, the second for the Eagles. New Norfolk, 2-2-14, lead Brighton, yet to score. One of the veterans. What are the Brighton got to do here, Braden, to get back in the game? They look like they're attacking, but that well-drilled defence of New Norfolk just managing to bring the ball out too quick.
Their disposal is just a bit poor at the moment, just going forward. They're getting plenty of it, just not quite hitting kind of Soldier on the chest, and the guy that's down underneath him aren't quite getting to the contest, but hopefully that time will change that.
Yep. He's trying hard in there, Alex Blair. He's pushed in the face there. Sokolsky gives away a free kick. It'll be Blair's free. Sends one short. Big Brady Johnson, he gets on the end of it. Now running past, here comes Millhouse. Millhouse looks down towards Big Ferg. Ferg going back, kept his feet nicely. Coming in fast and hard there was Vout. He just copped it. Here's one chance for Ferg. Just comes off the boot a little bit. Scrubby. Eisel gets tackled hard. Gets his kick away though. Shrugged it away. In they come here. Big contest at centre half back for the Eagles. They get it out. Shovel spins in towards the middle and goes across the face of goal. Clever kick. Buys himself some time to Lester. Lester going out wide. Nicely worked to Wardlaw. Wardlaw's handball to Wigg. Again, just finds himself a bit of space here and uses the ball well, but it's landed in the arms of Dill Ford. The captain spins around onto his right and sends it up to centre forward. Big fly, nice mark there by Connor Salter. Salter's got one deep and short and long, but which way does he go? Into the pocket. And a nice mark taken down here by the Brighton Robins. That's better play. I think that's Lewis down there.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys have come from the TSL Development League, so they are very good users of the football. I think that's something that they've definitely tried to install in Brighton this year, which so far today has been around the mark. Baxter's normally a pretty good kicker here.
Good name, Baxter. Here it comes, and we've got a good view of it here from Duff TV. The Robins are on the board. First goal kicker, Baxter Lewis. And that was a good bit of play by the Robins. Nice strong mark here. He's a good player, big Connor Salter. He's the sort of bloke you want to be taking big grabs up forward.
Even if he's not taking the grabs, he's bringing the ball down, and that's where the small guys like Baxter, Brady Hayden, I see he's down there, they should have a field day underneath his feet. And Paddy Vout being brought in today just for that, I think. Yep.
Well, that's the sort of insight we've got you here for, Braden. Good job. What a view here from the Duff TV van on the Mood Food replay. So Brighton 1-6, trail New Norfolk 2-14. 13 and a half minutes gone in the first term. Back in the middle. Lovell. Solkowski. Quick kick forward by Blair. Good contest here. Who's going to be the free kick? It'll go the way of the Eagles. Cody Morgan will be the recipient. Little one out of bounds. Little bit of mouth from the peanut gallery.
There's plenty of competition between these two teams.
Do you know this fella here with the epic mullet?
No, but there's a fair few getting around today.
There's some real ripping haircuts getting around at Pontville, let me tell you.
I thought Brighton had some bad haircuts, but...
No, they're excellent. They're excellent. I've seen some absolute rippers. So we've got a boundary throw in pretty much in the centre of the ground here. As we hear a V8 go past. Nice tackle laid. Dylan Ford's happy to get into it. Solkowski's just trying to get into his ear a little bit. Dylan Ford won't be taking much of that, will he?
I think they're mates, though. There'll be a bit of chit-chat there all day, I reckon.
Oh, right. I like that.
And Dylan Ford won't take a back step, that. He's into it again.
It's your free kick, Dill, says the umpire.
Loves getting in the opponent's faces, Dill.
I've called him quite a few times over the years, and I don't mind watching and listening to him. As it rolls out the back, here's a chance now for the Robins if they can get it forward. Nicely picked up down there by Hayden. They need to lock it in here, Brighton, and they do. Numbers were with the Eagles, so I think that's a win there for the Robins.
I think after last week, the forward defensive pressure was something they were really aiming to increase today, so far it's been there.
Here's a chance for Bangura. He's got some space. He's got his handball away. Just no, umpire was on the wrong side and caught holding the footy. So Wigg, the captain for the Eagles, will play on quickly down towards Lovell, but a nice strong grab down there to Alex Blair, who's possibly been one of the best on so far this term. He sends it short, finds a man at the centre.
Kelvin Richards.
Yep, there's not many Kelvins. Down towards the big fella, brought it to ground. Tankata went in hard. Don't mind that. Popped it out the back to Banks Smith, who sent it around the corner. Punched away from Heald. Well, that's high. He can't take his ears off. And it'll be a free kick going the way of Blair Wardlaw. Wardlaw looked to play on. Now gets called to. Good effort and beautiful tackle down there by Millhouse. No free kick. Millhouse just spinning, doing a blind turn as he was standing up. And the umpire will ball it up. Gee. Umpires swallowed their whistle there, Braden.
Yeah, as long as they're even all day, I think that's all we're worried about.
I think that's their aim. That's what they're after. In the ruck contest. And it comes now from Macaulay.
Kobe Macaulay, 17-year-old, playing his first senior game today.
I think I've called Kobe Macaulay from a long... He's been at Brighton for a long time, hasn't he?
Yep, no, sure has. He's only a 17-year-old. A very hard player. Has killed it the last 2 weeks in Resi, so deserved his opportunity today.
Yep, ruck contest. Out it comes for Wardlaw. His kick around the corner will land in the arms of a Brighton player in Millhouse, who's playing that half-back role. Just a bit of a general down there. Another V8 goes driving past you. There's a few big 5-litre V8s up this way as punch comes in from Banks Smith and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, no, they don't mind humming along Glenlee Road.
Yep. That's umpire Duffy there. Young Jack Duffy. Watch this for a boundary throw in. This will be clinical. Beautiful. Magnificent. Lovell wins it down through the legs of Bangura. Quick kick off the ground came from Bierman. That was Jake Bierman. And there might be a free kick going here. No, umpire says ball it in. A little bit of rough stuff. Look who it is. Solkowski.
Yeah, I think he's actually doing a bit of a job on Blair going by the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yep.
Now the clubs are starting to be aware how good a player he is.
Well, he's so far had a fair bit of it. Solkowski held without the footy, kicking in danger. It'll be a free kick going to Solkowski. Needs to be damaging here. Short one. Finds a man in wig. When the captain calls for it, you kick it to him. That's the rule.
Normally, funny thing, Wiggy's a main guy who's knocking down the club rooms in a couple of weeks' time for the football club.
Really?
So I don't know if we're going to be able to talk him into staying in here once the new $6 million facility goes up.
Yeah,
but
you get in his ear.
I'll do my best.
Spinning out of trouble. The Robins just hack it forward. Lovell's underneath it. Bangura did well. Got his handball away just. Now it pops up into the arms of Richards. He goes forward. Who's down there? Oh, look at this. Alex Blair's just snuck forward.
Yeah, I think they've done a change in midfield and Norfolk midfielders haven't noticed him.
No, I looked at Solkowski before. He just looked a little bit lost. He was trying to find Blair, but Blair just floated forward and he's all by himself. So need to mark this one down, Blair. He'll be pretty much right on the siren too. So Alex Blair, the boy who's come down from Geelong. Across the face of goal, no good.
He's the next new Norfolk boy too.
Is he really?
Best mates with Connor Sullivan. They're both from the Valley growing up. So
well, there's a bit
of tension there, I reckon.
There's a bit of that actually, isn't there, with Brighton and New Norfolk. Blokes going left and right and going back with the flight. That's a good mark to Leicester.
Yeah, on the field, she's rough and tough, but off the field, I'd say most Norfolk and Brighton blokes get along pretty well.
Yeah,
They're very similar kind of guys.
Blair kept it in nicely. Handball back to a teammate who was at the back. Ford going back with a flight. Got hassled out of it nicely down there by Josh Clifford. The coach just shrugs the tackle. Looks forward. Who's he got down there? Parker's just caught at the back, but he flew forward. That was actually Rowan Heron that took a nice contested mark. I wonder whether Rowan Heron's made a habit of having a mystery bag before a game. I caught him a couple of years ago as he goes down towards Parker, who floats over the back. And how many years has he been doing that? Ross Randall couldn't do much there. Just worked the body beautifully, did Marcus Parker. And he'll have a shot on goal. And this will be a little bit heartbreaking for the Brighton boys because they've had the majority of the play for the last 5 minutes. If he can kick this goal as it goes across the face for a behind. Now, what I was going to say was Rowan Heron caught him before a game, nipping back on a mystery bag, a national pie. He's hooking into one of them before a game, about 20 minutes before the game. I said, what's going on here? Anyway, kick comes out, finds Josh Nelson, the skinniest man in southern Tasmania, kicks it short, finds McCauley, who just skipped under the ball. McCauley goes back, the 17-year-old spins out of trouble. Great work, handballed over the top to Fergus Morrison, who's got a bit of space here, but then just hassled out of it by Leicester down towards this man in Blair. Can't quite get a hold of it. Tangata, through comes Morrison, good effort. Morrison tackled him without the footy. That's a free kick going the way of Leicester. And Ferg went hard at the footy. You might have to go back and replace your divot there, Ferg. Leicester sends it towards Lovell. Out it comes for Kobe. Kobe sends one short. And that one's gone out of bounds. Right in front of us here, the Duff TV commentary position. Ferg nominates for the ruck. He'll be up against Lovell. Ben Lovell. Isel couldn't quite get a hold of it. Out it comes now here for Hills. Hills has some time and space, goes back the other way, and then it's touch footy. There's a player there, ducks into trouble, then spins out a 1-2, has a handball. Numbers here with the Eagles. Clifford, good tackle, good pressure by Clifford. Out for Lovell. Lovell just rode the bump. That should be holding the footy. Ferg just gets it up. Chance here now, pushed out of it. Nicely done down there by Big Bank Smith. He goes back to get the footy and he kicks it across the face of goal. Dangerous stuff because who's down there? Big Connor Salter. So again, you're talking about that forward pressure, Braden. That was a great evidence of it there for the Brighton Robins.
Yeah, and hopefully those, that pressure creates opportunities. And, if they start taking opportunities, they probably should be, at least with New Norfolk scorer in front.
So, Salter. A kick from about 45. Just leans back on a little bit. A bit of a chip kick. It's not going to make the journey. Blair flew high. Umpire called mark. He's hit the ground pretty hard. That's a cracking mark. Let's take another look at that one on the replay. Just a great contested grab. Coming across in front of him was big James Shearing. He looks a bit sore.
He's a bit winded.
He's walking back towards the middle, trying to outsmart the umpire here. What do you reckon? What do you rate his chances from here?
Oh, he's a pretty polished footballer. Left foot snap. No, all right.
Going to go the right banana.
Oh,
He's pretty. No.
Oh.
The horns went, but the umpire didn't. Just a single. So Brighton 1-1-7, trail New Norfolk 2-3-15. As the ball comes out towards this man in Rainbird, takes the mark just inside the boundary. Rainbird sends it into the middle. Good flying back with the footy there by Hills. Hills tapped it on. Again, good pressure from Brighton. Scooped it out. Bangura with an interesting left foot kick. Plays on quickly. Nice quick kick forward, down into the pocket. Here comes him again, Blair. From a better angle this time, but the siren may go. Right here. Can't be long. Someone needs to get the word out to him. Josh Nelson's right on his left here. He'd have no idea what time of the quarter it is. So here goes Alex Blair. Does he try the banana again, or does he go straight up and down drop punt? Looks like he's going to drop punt. That's a nice kick, but it's not going to make the journey. Over the back and out of bounds. Good work by umpire Duffy. So 24 3/4 minutes gone in this first term. There can't be long left. New Norfolk just need to shut it down here. Tenkata is in there doing a bit of work on Bangura. There's a free kick pulling out here. It'll go the way of New Norfolk. Just a little high in the ruck contest. So Farrow goes wide, finds a man. I think that's Rowan Heron out there. Maybe not. Could be Jacob Wigg actually. Short to Eisel. Eisel has it at half back. They can't be long in this quarter, Braden. Someone up there actually keeping time on the clock as it flies over the back. Clifford went hard. Wasn't at all. It was Bierman. Bit of scrappy stuff here. Who's at the bottom? Sam Thomas down the bottom of the pack here. Little push and shove. Call a free kick out. No, just play on. Lovell. Tried to kick, swung there, kicked nothing. Eisel at the bottom of the pack. Centre wing. Quick kick forward by the Eagles. Lands in the arms of that man, Chaplin. Chaplin went hard and went and got it again. Out of chance here for Heron. Heron with a little banana, diving for it. They're going to pay the mark to Hield. They will. So Hield has it. Maybe right on his distance here, I would think. Is there any breeze out there, Braden?
No, she's pretty dead flat at the moment.
Right.
We will get a lot of different weather here today, but at the moment.
So Hield goes right back. Sort of Ben Brown style run up. This will hurt if he kicks the goal for the Robins. In he comes. Sends it long. It's a nice kick off the boot, but it's just to the far side for a behind. So on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard, New Norfolk 2-4-16. Lead Brighton 1-1-7. And this quarter, considering there's only been 2 goals kicked, has gone for 27 minutes. Chance out the back here for Briers. Hit old mate there in the gonads. Big tackle laid. That's called holding the footy. Free kick going to Byers again. Little scrap here. Keep an eye on that, will you please, Braden? Now that comes now, a chance at the back. Here goes Johnson short and finds Blair. So he's been good. He's had 3 shots on goal in this term. Now needs to kick this one. He's had 3 chances. Has he got the journey? He'll kick from about 35, 40.
Yeah, I'd say he'd had the journey. I'd say it's a pretty big kick. Going into quarter time if he was able to nail it.
Huge kick, huge kick. So this will do wonders for the Brighton Robins going into quarter time. In comes Alex Blair, the star recruit from Geelong. He sends it home. He's leaning on it and he's missed. So he's kicked 2 behinds and an out of bounds in that last moment. So it's quarter time here. Brighton 1-2-8. Trail New Norfolk 2-4-16. Goal kickers for the Robins. Baxter Lewis with the only goal for the Robins. For the Eagles, it was Tyron Rainbow and Ben Lovell. We'll take a quick break here from the Duff TV SFL Round 3 Brighton match between Brighton and New Norfolk, live from Pontville Oval, thanks to EIS Property, ID Clothing, and of course, Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food, and the Jackson Motor Company. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Stick around here on Duff TV.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear, we've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear, We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Second term about to get underway. Tubes Taylor on Duff TV. It's SFL round 3 action between Brighton and New Norfolk, the Robins and the Eagles. I'm joined in the commentary box by local legend Braden Howlett. And Braden, you were telling me there at the quarter time break that you've just bought a block over the back here and you're going to build a house, but you're home living with mum. That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's good to have someone cook me tea and wash my clothes again.
Ball up here in the middle of the ground. Ruck contest one down. That's great work by Blair. He's managed to get a bit of space on the bloke who's working him over in the middle of the ground. But it comes out. Here's a chance now for Farrow on the left shoe. Sends it down towards Bierman. Over the back, floating Josh Nuss gets worked off the ball. Bierman goes again and kicks it down towards the forwards. And it's a nice strong mark down there to Eisel. So Eisel from the pocket. What I love about this place, Braden, is cars around the ground. How good's this?
Yeah, it definitely makes it better than what some TSL grounds have to put up with. I actually went and watched Clarence the other day down at Richmond.
Did you?
And even the players mentioned then how much better it was actually having players and cars around the ground. a bit better atmosphere.
Yeah, the old run the toot. Eisel kicked it across the face. He hits that behind. A good lead and a good mark to Eisel. Good camera work too. Short one, forward. Lands on the end of this one. Goes short again. Thomas. Sam Thomas down towards Salter. It's actually Richards that got it. Bangura left it behind. Goes back and gets the footy again, then dives on the footy. He's a chance here to get caught holding the footy. Somehow it came out, popped out the back. Here's a chance for Hills. Hills got his kick away just, and the umpire's called him for holding the footy. It'll be a free kick going the way of Josh Nuss. What can you tell us about him?
He played here in his juniors. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Joel Millhouse, Brady Hayden, a couple others. They were a very good junior team, and they've come back to the club this year after a stint at the TSL.
Caught holding the footy there, the Robins.
Wasn't much in that.
Tangata. Let's take another look at it on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay. Gee, he didn't have much of a prior opportunity, but the Eagles go forward again. Eisel worked his player under the ball, now has time and space, just needs to assess it here. Goes bang with the right boot and sends it through the middle. Nathan Eisel gets his first and extends that lead for the Eagles rather. And that was good play from all the way back at half back. Let's take a look at it on the Mood Food replay. Eisel just worked his player under the ball nicely. Had the coach running beside him, just with a handball. Might have secured him seniors for the rest of his playing career, but decided to go himself and got the goal anyway, so the coach would be happy with that. A little bit of leg work. That's a lot of dollars on the legs, isn't it? In the tat area.
Yeah, a few of the Norfolk boys have a few of them on them, I'd say.
Yeah.
A few premiership ones on there too, I think.
Yeah, a few stickers, and out it comes again. Big long kick forward for the Eagles. Hard at the footy down there was Adam Collis. He's hurt. He's copped one high. He'll get a free kick. The dog trainer. He's into his dogs, isn't he?
Yeah, no, I think he says he does more than what he actually does, his brother tells me. But, yeah, no, always Thursday night off to the dogs. Always misses training sometimes too.
Now they string a few handballs here, the Eagles. Out it comes, a chance for Wardlaw. He spent it before he got it. Coming through hard down there was Big Sam Thomas. The handball came out from Dill Ford, and Bangura's got it now. Eisel closed late and got a prospect on the handball. Now pace shown down there by Baxter Lewis. Bangura gets it forward again. And a nice strong mark down there to Johnson, who's been pretty good. This man's probably been one of the best on ground though. Alex Blair. He's had heaps of it. Morrison with strength goes down towards the forwards. Big punch away. That was great work down there by the defensive Eagles outfit. Wigg clears it out to Tangata.
I think Ferg just rushed himself a little bit there. Probably should have waited till a few more Brighton blokes ran into the space, but
got a bit excited, didn't he? Blair left it behind. Out it comes now for Wardlaw. Wardlaw dodged the Bangura tackle. They move it forward again to the Eagles. Floating back, nice punch away by Lee Thompson. And happy to see it out. What can you tell us about Lee Thompson? He looks like a footballer's footballer.
You probably tell yourself that. He come from Richmond.
Yep.
Was nommed into the leadership group here. I'd say, yeah, probably takes the second or third backman each week. Not overly tall, the Brighton backmen, so they definitely need each other to help out as much as they can in intercepting marks and so.
Here comes Parker with pace. He's done this his whole career, Marcus Parker. Brilliant stuff. I want you to go back, Jerry, if we can, right back to that ruck contest, because Rowan Heron was really clever. Really clever, just managed to get a foot on the ball and pushes it forward. But Marcus Parker has done this, as I said, his whole career. He's a star on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay. Just watch Rowan Heron here, Braden. The ball came out and just so fast. Moved the ball forward, and then Marcus Parker with strength knows where the goals are. He gets his first and extends that New Norfolk lead out to 19 points.
And the guy Marcus is playing on today, Ross Randall, is probably one of the toughest and strongest blokes at the club, so that just shows the brute strength of Marcus in the contest so far today.
Yeah, great insight there from Braden Howlett. They go forward again. Tangata's been good. Out it comes, nicely handballed up there by Eisel. Right on cue. Out he came, big Rossi Randall. Handball back came to Thomas. Thomas short. And that's a nice mark taken by Millhouse rather. Millhouse going short. Quick kick off the ground. Forward. Bangara goes wider. Finds a teammate in Blair. Blair sends it low down towards Ferg. Ferg gets punched from behind nicely by Farrow. And then Ferg went in hard, like a battering ram. Little push and shove here from Big Ferg. Don't mind that on Chaplin. They know each other. Banks Smith, push and shove. He's one of the nice guys of the SFL, Ferg, but a bit of white line fever.
Oh, yeah, no, you couldn't have a bad word about Ferg. I think, he's very well known in the league now, but I probably wouldn't want to get on his bad side.
No. They breed him tough up at St Peter's Pass. We'll see a ball up at half forward now for the Robins. 7 minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. Punched nicely away by the Rucks. Richards chases after it. Hot on his hammer was Jake Bierman. It goes out of bounds. Joshy Clifford goes over to the young man Bierman and gets a little pat on his backside. Who do you follow in the AFL? Clayton?
A bit of a Carlton man.
Yeah, good man. Great. Anyway, ball in. Scrappy stuff here at centre wing. Blair got his kick smothered. Wardlaw got it forward. Forward. Handballed to no one in particular here. Now they're going to run it out. Good pressure. Tackled without it. Umpire didn't see it. Bangara. Quick kick into the middle. Finds Wiggs smothered. Got called to play on. Out it comes here for Jai Bierman. Short one towards Big Marcus Parker, and it's rolled out the back here for Thomas. Thomas across the face of goal. Dangerous kick because floating across there was Wigg, and he's pretty happy about it, Jacob Wigg. He's taken a mark about 35 metres out, so his kick will come from 40. And the Robins just can't quite find a target here in their defensive 50. And this game slowly creeping away from them. The current margin now 21 points. So Wigg comes in, and he's pretty happy with it, Jacob Wigg. So a 3-goal second term that's only 8 minutes old, Braden.
Yeah, they're really hurting Brighton with their turnovers this quarter. Just the odd missed kick, and the Norfolk and the better sides are always going to hurt you when you do that.
Well, they've had their chances up forward, the Robins. A couple of goals. Perhaps Alex Blair in that first term when he kicked those 2 points. The game changes a little bit there if they were goals.
Especially with a young team too. It gets them up and about as well. So, a few quick goals and they soon drop their head. But hopefully the boys can get back into it here.
Peach and Lovell. Peach wins it down. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Brighton, I think. Yep. Holding off the footy. So it'll be Douglas. Bit of a scrubby kick. It goes forward. Running forward now is Salter. Salter with time. Pops it up towards the forwards and coming out to meet it. That was almost a mark. Blair got his handball off. Ferg. Morrison going to get a goal here, surely. Pretty happy with it, Ferg. Please get his celebration. The boys will get right around him, Ferg Morrison. He's kicked a goal. And just keeps them in touch here, Braden.
Yeah, just that quick ball movement. No matter what team you're playing, the back line are always going to, get under pressure and get a bit nervous. And there is some classy footballs about Brighton these days. Brody Johnson, very slick there.
Salter was good. Just again.
Blair involved again.
As you said, though, he brings it forward.
Yep.
So his blokes that are running around him in that forward half know that he's going to bring the ball forward. And Ferg gets on the board. And he said to me before the first bounce, he said, if I kick a goal, the first one's going to be for Webster. Big Jimmy Webster, the Saints man.
Yep, I grew up with Jimmy, played all through my juniors with Ferg and Jimmy, and very, very good football, good old Jimmy.
Scrubby kick forward by Byers, goes out of bounds. He's in the side at the minute, or is he injured?
I think he had injuries last year, issues. I'm not quite sure where he's at now. He hasn't played the last couple of weeks, but
Saints are
definitely.
flying,
That doesn't help him either. But no, one of the better skilled footballers I've ever seen, Jimmy Webster.
Heron, clever, scooped it forward. Running forward to the ball was Rainbird. Just keeps it in front. Nice defensive work down there by Millhouse. Nice tackle, and happy to see it across the line for a boundary throw-in.
Yep, no, good pressure there from Tractor Millhouse, as he's known at the club.
Big tractor.
Big tractor, farmer tractor.
John Deere. So ball in here. Inside the forward 50 just for the Eagles. Nicely run down. Heron tried hard. Eisel just laid a tackle and we'll see a ball up. Forward of the footy now. Heron, smart, just scooped it out. Now chance Millhouse. Sends it low. Tangata, clever. Clifford. Solkowski, he got caught with the footy. Clifford just kicked it forward. Heron under the footy. Did well. The ball just falconed him there. He was sitting with it on his head, and that's good work. To just force the ball out there by Bangura. And we'll see a boundary throw in. Joey Bangura, what can you tell us about him?
He only come to the club 2 or 3 weeks before the first round, but definitely made a good impression straight away. And by all reports, the last 2 weeks, he's absolutely killed it. So covers the ground very well. I've seen today that they use him at every opportunity.
Wardlaw goes down towards Parker, and that one's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Good defensive work by that man, Sam Thomas. He's going to nominate for the ruck. Now, if I'm a betting man here, Braden, I'm going to say that Marcus Parker's going to try and take it out of the ruck. He doesn't. Instead, it's Sam Thomas with strength out of the ruck. Quick kick forward. It's booted off the ball, off the ground there, out of bounds on the full off Leicester. So it'll be a free kick to big Geordie Byers, who jumps the fence. Short one. Finds a teammate in Hayden. Ferg comes leading at the footy and protects the drop of the ball well. Cross the ground here, dangerous kick. Just a little bit too much of hang time on it for his teammate out there, who gets copped a little high there. So it's a free kick going to big Adam Collis. Nelson just beats him through the fingertips. Now a chance here for Hills. He's got time, looks forward. Who's he's got? Solkowski's down there. He takes a mark. Is that the old school bowl cut?
That's not far off. He was one of a few that come from Bothwell, so it's probably acceptable in the lower leagues.
Yep. Bangura across the face of goal. That's okay though. Finds a teammate in Millhouse. He won't be real happy with him saying that he's got a bowl cut, will he?
No, probably not. I'm trying to keep quiet now.
Morrison was held off the footy. Comes over the back for Cody Morgan, who's got time. The skinny man goes short. Finds a teammate and coach in Clifford. Clifford goes long. Parker at the back, flies high. Good defensive work down there again by the Robins. They're trying hard. Quick hands, and now Dylan Ford with space. Goes short. Nelson. Nelson, he's a pretty reasonable kick. That's okay. It's a little bit much on it for Salter. That might be Johnson, actually. It is. Can't get it off Wig. Attacking the footy. It ran through the lot of them. Clifford held on. It'll be a free kick going to the Robins. He's not happy about it, Clifford. Thomas. Going towards Ford. Couldn't quite get it. Solkowski now has time. Goes short. It's a reasonable kick, but it coming through hard at the footy. That's great defensive work down there by the big man. Was that Kevin Richards? No, it wasn't at all. No, it was Lee Thompson.
They're on here.
They've got time. They've got space. Kicks it down towards Solder. It's a smart kick. Solder keeps it in just. Bouncing ball, good hard contest by Johnson. Coming through harder, still down there was Shearing. There's a man down behind players. That one goes across the face of goal. He's okay down there, Lewis Baxter. they look all right when they go forward, the Robins. They're just missing targets slightly, so maybe a little bit more talk out there and a little bit more time taken on the kicks. Gee, that was hard. Wardlaw. Dylan Ford. A little bit of interpretive dance down there from Ford. Wig. Short. Trying to find Clifford. Clifford's got space here if he can sit for him. It does. He's got pace too, and he sends it forward. He goes towards the goals, and this one just to the near side. Hits the goal umpire in the boob, and it's out behind. .36 plays 15. Millhouse. Collis goes out towards Ford. Oh, great courage to go back towards a flying shovel. And that was, again, good stuff. Oh, a little push off there from Brady Hayden, but he's caught in the tackle, and he's also had his jumper pulled up. What a great tackle. Beautiful tackle laid by Wig. Wig off to Lovell. Short. Finds Chaplin, rather. We've got another good view here from the Duff TV broadcast area for Chaplin's kick. He'll take his best here, I reckon, Braden.
Yeah, I've seen him play a few games. He has got a fair roost on him.
Put everything into it with a big roost.
He's rooted about 60 metres, that's gone, but not quite straight.
He put everything into it too. We heard him grunt. So Dylan Ford will take the kick from full back. He was looking fit, Dill, before the game. Nice long kick out. And that one just through the fingertips and goes out of bounds. So they've got it all boarded up over there in the club rooms. What are they doing? They're ripping it down next week?
Monday week, I think they start knocking it down.
Right.
They're hoping to have it up by round 1 next year.
Brilliant.
So it'll be good for the club and the community.
Absolutely.
Good community function as well. So
come down here and get married at Pontville Park.
Oh, I did try and tell the missus that, but she didn't want a bar of it.
Really?
Yep.
We'll get rid of it. Free kick going to the Eagles at centre wing. This one will go inside 50 again. Clifford's the target. Held off the footy. Bangura. String of handballs here. Free kick going to the Eagles. It's been pulled out. Not sure what that was for. It'll be Bierman that takes the kick. As they flood back now. Parker. Nice lead.
Unlucky to get given that, I'd say, but
boundary throw in.
Exceptional kick from Bierman. Ross Randall had no chance trying to stop that.
There's a bit of a discussion here between the umpires. Umpire Duffy's just not sure what's happened. It's out on the full. Short one. Nuss. Now they're working it up. Randall. Oh, great chase down. Great tackle by Bierman. Jai Bierman, that was pace. And Joey Randall had no idea it was coming. How about the closing speed? Brilliant stuff by Jai Bierman. He sends it up towards the forwards. Parker over the back. He gobbles those up, Marcus Parker. You can't leave him like that. 3 Robins flew and 1 Eagle stayed down, and it was Marcus Parker. Opportunistic stuff, but he gobbles them up, Marcus Parker. It was reminiscent of the goal he kicked in the 2017 SFL Grand Final over the back off the ground, Marcus Parker. That broke your brother's heart.
Yeah, no, probably not a bad thing. I wouldn't have heard about it for the next 10 years if he kicked the seal, but Marcus Parker, he gets his 13, 14 touches a game, but there could be 5 or 6 goals, and that's just the difference.
Well, he certainly makes it pay, doesn't he? So Marcus Parker's got 2 1/4. The quarter's now 20.5 minutes old. Lovell out of the middle. Good kick. Finds Wig. That's Wardlaw, actually, who floated across in front of I think that might be Reece Heald. Wig. Short. Flew high. Nice tackle laid by Tyron Rainbird. We'll see a ball up.
Just Norfolk looking to have an extra couple numbers at every contest at the moment, and that's why they're probably on top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And they're setting up well behind the ball here defensively.
Yep.
So they're happy for him to take it out of the ruck there. Nice work by Thomas to take it out of the ruck, but then he got hassled. Wardlaw goes long and wide, another behind. On the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard, 6-8-44 New Norfolk, Brighton 2-3-15. What have Brighton got to do to get back in this game, Braden?
I think you've got to start hitting those targets. That was a good mark there. That was Blair, I think, again.
Yeah,
but
it was.
They're kicking those 50-50s into dangerous spots, and when you're not hitting those targets, they're going to hurt you every single time, Norfolk.
Blair's down behind play. 2 with a bit of a sore leg. Not sure if we can go back and have a look at that contest, Jerry, but the ball now in the arms of Brian Chaplin. This is that contest that hurt here. Bang.
Straight in the shin.
Yeah, might have copped him in the shin. He seems to be all right, though. Right. Anyway, Chaplin, again, just fades to the near side. Yeah, I think you're right, though, Braden. They just need to hold the footy a bit longer.
They're taking those chances and trying to go through the midfield, which, is a good thing to see for a young side. Or just not quite hitting those targets, and they're probably going to get hurt again here.
Well, they will, because Clifford will make them pay. And that really hurts. New Norfolk, 7-9-51 to 2-3-15. Just trying to bite off a bit more than they could chew here. And a good effort by Tyron Rainbow to get his mitts on the footy there that was kicked short. That is rough. If you're out there watching on the live stream, you can get in touch on Twitter at TubesTubesTubes. Thanks to the Brighton sponsors, of course. Hobart Truck Pairs, Tyre Cycle, Barwicks, Matthews Home Lending and Tas Highland Kitchens. That's a warning, I think. What's going on here? They got the 666. Not sure. That should have been a free kick, I think, to Brighton. There wasn't enough players. No one's checking the 666. Bangura can't quite get a hold of it. Out it comes for Lovell. Lovell with time. Just sends it short towards Chaplin. Chaplin gets a hold of it. Back to Lovell. Lovell spinning out of trouble. Handballs off to a man in Bierman. He goes short to a running man, Tangata, who's floated up. It wasn't at all. It was actually Reece Heald. And they will be happy here. There might be a little bit of a box on. Bierman's involved, of course. Lee Thompson was the man there late. Seems to be the sort of bloke that can just sort it out. Bierman, opportunistic across the face of goal for a behind.
Just winning every contest at the moment in Norfolk.
Well, the halftime break, in my opinion, can't come soon enough for Brighton. They just need to reset, get a bit of time as that one goes out of bounds for a ball in. It's touched across the line.
Just been a bit stagnant the last 10 minutes. As I said, those kicking skills haven't been quite on, and those quality players like Clifford are going to hurt you.
Well, they've got a lot more senior heads out there, don't they, the Eagles? You go through their list. They've got some good youngsters in Banksmith, Bierman, etc. But the level heads of Jacob Wigg, Parker, Lovell, Tangata, Eisel, etc. They'll make you hurt on the scoreboard as that one goes short. Nice mark taken out here. They move it forward again. Little push off the ball there by Brady Hayden. Over the back, good Shepherd. Hayden with a handball. He was out of bounds though. We'll see a ball in. A fair bit of orders being barked from the boundary line here. Ball in. Lovell pulls it out of the ruck, got his kick away. Coming in to meet it there was Wigg. The captain goes back. Some dangerous stuff here. Good attack on the footy by Nelson. Copped him a little bit high though. And it'll be the Eagles from half back. That was good going back with the flight there. Brave stuff from Connor Salter. Out it comes here for Eisel, the Tyson variety. And he's caught holding the footy. So who's this? What have we got here? Short one. Finds a man in Richards. Not many Kelvins getting around, but there's one right there on your screen, folks. And that's chopped off nicely. He's played very well down there, Josh Farrow. Quick kick away. Chaplin's going to get on to the end of this one. And we left it behind. Went at the man, did Cody Morgan, and left it behind as well. Quick kick forward. Nice mark by Johnson. Johnson has a man inboard. Can't quite get a hold of it, Nelson. He's quick. Got his handball off nicely to a running man in Blair, who finally gets on the board. He's had shots and he needs them to be running. That was good effort by Alex Blair. Nice work by Josh Nelson. The kick came in to a dangerous spot. Kept the defenders guessing. Nelson just couldn't quite take the mark, but then butted up nicely. And then a clever handball to his inside. And Blair hits the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. Brighton 3-3-21. Trail New Norfolk 10-7-52. 27 minutes gone in the second term. Not sure who's doing the timekeeping up there, but they're long quarters, aren't they?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were cutting the quarters like they did in the AFL here or not. But
I thought they were. But anyway, I don't know. Or another chance here as Salter's been moved into the middle. Sends one short. Who's down there? Ferg can't quite get a hold of the footy. He'll go back and go again. Here's a chance for Blair again. Oh, just misses. So he's kicked 3 behinds. That is half time here at Pontville in this round 3 SFL game between Brighton and New Norfolk. Brighton 3-4-22, trail New Norfolk by 30 points, 10-7-52. The goal kickers for the Robins, Alex Blair, Baxter Lewis and Ferg Morrison have 1 each. And for the Eagles, it's 2 to Marcus Parker, then singles to Nathan Eisel, Rainbird, Wigg, Lovell and Clifford. How have you seen that first half, Braden?
I don't think the Brighton boys will be too disappointed. They did play some good football at times. It's just got to hit those targets, and Norfolk hurt them a few times. But even then, I say Brighton still had most of the play, probably for the first half. Just got to take them chances.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And Byron Howard might be a little buoyed by the fact that the Brighton boys are getting a fair bit of the footy. They just need to use it a little better. All right, we'll take a quick break here as Lee Thompson leads his charges in, trying to get them pumped up for the Brighton Robins. We must, of course, thank our sponsors, EIS Property, ID Clothing, Jackson Motor Company and Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food here on your live stream of SFL on Duff TV. We'll take a quick break here for half time and we'll be right back with the third quarter in just a few minutes. Stick around here on Duff TV. Hayden goes wider still. Couple here, flying high there was Blair, the man who's also come down from Geelong. Big tackle laid, and he's caught holding the footy, so a free kick will go to Eisel. A hard man from Boyer. Big Nathan Eisel. He's strong, plays on quickly, sends it down forward. Small man down there was Josh Clifford. Out on the lead, the kick wasn't to his advantage. Tapping it on nicely was Jive.
Reasonable for that. Yeah, no. But they do have some big lads down at Hillville, and on that small ground, they are very hard to beat.
Yeah, quick kick forward by Hills, down towards the big forwards, and they fly high. It's Tyron Rainbird going back with a flight. And a free kick, 50 metres for push off the ball. So mark this one down for the first goal of the match, going to Tyron Rainbird. Slid across it, and it's worked out okay. So Ben Lovell has the first for his name, the second for the Eagles. New Norfolk, 2-2-14, lead Brighton, yet to score. One of the veterans.
TSL Development League, so they are very good users of the football. I think that's something that they've definitely tried to install in Brighton this year, which so far today has been around the mark. Baxter's normally a pretty good kicker here.
Good name, Baxter. Here it comes, and we've got a good view of it here from Duff TV. The Robins are on the board. He'll kick from about 45. Just leans back on a little bit. A bit of a chip kick. It's not going to make the journey. Blair flew high. Umpire called mark. He's hit the ground pretty hard. That's a cracking mark. Let's take another look at that one on the replay. Just a great contested grab. Coming across in front of him was big James Shearing. He looks a bit sore.
He's a bit winded.
He's walking back towards the middle, trying to outsmart the umpire here. What do you reckon? What do you rate his chances from here?
He's a pretty polished footballer. Left foot snap. No, all right.
Going to go the right banana.
Oh,
He's pretty.
no.
No.
Oh.
The horns went, but the umpire didn't. Just the round, but it comes out. Here's a chance now for Farrow on the left shoe. Sends it down towards Bierman. Over the back, floating Josh Nuss gets worked off the ball. Bierman goes again and kicks it down towards the forwards, and it's a nice strong mark down there to Eisel. So Eisel from the pocket. Eagles go forward again. Eisel worked his player under the ball. Now has time and space. Just needs to assess it here. Goes bang with the right boot and sends it through the middle. Nathan Eisel gets his first and extends that lead for the Eagles rather. And that was good play. Newhouse going short. Quick kick off the ground. Forward. Bangara goes wider. Finds a teammate in Blair. Blair sends it low down towards Ferg. Ferg gets punched from behind nicely by Farrow. And then Ferg went in hard like a battering ram. Little push and shove here from Big Ferg. Don't mind that on Chaplin. They know each other. Banks Smith. Push and shove. He's one of the nice guys of the SFL, Ferg, but a bit of white line find a target here in their defensive 50. And this game slowly creeping away from the current margin now 21 points. So Wigg comes in and he's pretty happy with it, Jacob Wigg. So a 3-goal second term that's only 8 minutes.
Get back on into it here.
Peach and Lovell. Peach wins it down. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Brighton, I think. Yep. Holding off the footy. So it'll be Douglas. Bit of a scrubby kick. It goes forward. Running forward now is Salter. Salter with time. Pops it up towards the forwards and coming out to meet it. That was almost a mark. Blair got his handball off. Ferg. Morrison going to get a goal here, surely. Pretty happy with it, Ferg. Please get his celebration. The boys will get right around him, Ferg Morrison. He's kicked a goal. And just keeps them in touch here, Braden.
Yeah, just that.
36 plays 15. Millhouse. Collis goes out towards forward. Oh, great courage to go back towards a flying shovel. And that was, again, good stuff. Oh, a little push off there from Brady Hayden, but he's caught in the tackle and he's also had his jumper pulled up. What a great tackle. Beautiful tackle laid by Wigg. Now they're working it up. Randall. Oh, great chase down. Great tackle by Bierman. Jai Bierman, that was pace. And Joey Randall had no idea it was coming. How about the closing speed? Brilliant stuff by Jai Bierman. He sends it up towards the forwards. Parker over the back. He gobbles those up, Marcus Parker. You can't leave him like that. 3 Robins flew and 1 Eagle stayed down, and it was Marcus Parker. They need to hold the footy a bit longer.
They're taking those chances and trying to go through the midfield, which, you know, is a good thing to see for a young side. Or just not quite hitting those targets, and they're probably going to get hurt again here.
Well, they will, because Clifford will make them pay. And that really hurts you Norfolk. Yeah, but there's one right there on your screen, folks, and that's chopped off nicely. He's played very well down there, Josh Farrow. Quick kick away. Chaplin's going to get on to the end of this one. Oh, he left it behind. Went at the man, did Cody Morgan, and left it behind as well. Quick kick forward. Nice mark by Johnson. Johnson has a man inboard. Can't quite get a hold of it, Nelson. He's quick. Got his handball off nicely to a running man in Blair, who finally gets on the board. He's had shots and he needs them to be running. That was good effort. Another chance here as Salter's been moved into the middle. Sends one short. Who's down there? Ferg can't quite get a hold of the footy. He'll go back and go again. Here's a chance for Blair again. Oh, just misses. So he's kicked 3 behinds. That is half time here at Pontville in...
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Hot down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to act. Know your limits and come back for them later. Forget yesterday and tomorrow. Be here now. Drive to the edge of the map and then drive further.
Well, Coach Byron Howard kept the Brighton boys in there for an extended amount of time. And Braden, what do you reckon that is? What do you reckon he's saying to his charges in there?
Probably telling him how he used to play, I reckon. But no, I think he's just to give him a bit of a rest. Young side, they looked a bit sluggish that second half of that quarter, so hopefully regroup and get on a good start for this quarter and hopefully keep rolling with a young team.
Well, yeah, that's the side there we're looking at. That's the list of the boys. Trying to get them fired up. The new Norfolk lads there. Torn Tangata. What a name.
You can hear Fergie Morris in the background.
Just on the chirp, isn't he? Rightio, third quarter underway of this SFL Round 3 match between Brighton and New Norfolk. Coming to you live across the globe on Duff TV. Thanks to EIS Property and ID Clothing, of course, Jackson Motor Company and Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food as the Robins look to move it forward. Ferg tried to control that one. Out it popped to the back. Wardlaw's over the footy. Bangara came hard. Now a chance for Bierman as he moves the ball forward. Big fly. It was that man in Rainbow that couldn't quite take the mark. Went back and dove on the footy. Forward now. From behind, there's a free kick going the way of the Robins.
Millhouse, yep. Beyond the ball.
Goes long towards Ferg. Floating under the footy nicely was Josh Farrow. He's a star, this bloke. He's been one of the best on ground. Hasn't seen a lot of it, but every time it's come near him, he's got a fist on the footy. Beautiful left foot kick, driving it long. Bouncing ball over the back. The ruckman down there was Peach. Coming through hard there. That was nice work by... oh, wow. What a kick. What a beautiful kick. I think that might have been Braden Chaplin that kicked it. Not sure. But it was a beautiful kick to Parker. And he'll make you pay. A little husky puppy just walks across in front of us here in the commentary position. In comes Parker. Bierman floating past for a short one. He's not going to give it to you because he's a beautiful kick of the footy, but this one just fades late and goes through for a behind. How have you seen the addition of the women's side out here, Braden?
Obviously last year with no seniors, it was a welcome addition, and obviously they went through the season undefeated and was really good for the club. I think a few of the girls decided to venture elsewhere this year, which can happen when people, they've only come here for a year. But no, it definitely kept the club alive and plenty of people around the club, which is what we need. And let the club survive and kick on to this year.
So the ball goes inside forward 50 again for the Eagles. Thompson, hard, got his head underneath the footy. Through comes Thomas with strength through the middle. His kick was no good though. Ended up in Wardlaw's hands. His handball came out to Clifford. The number 37 just throws a little 9-9 chip at it. They fly high, punched down by the Eagles. Hard at the footy down there again was Rainbird. Ford's underneath it, and we'll see a ball up. I think most footy clubs that have had an addition of the women's side into their club, if they've embraced it, they've seen how much it can improve the community around the footy club. So it's great to see the women out there having a kick, as we will see a ball up at centre half forward. Lovell with a big fist forward. Over the footy was Jake Bierman. He's going to get a free kick here. Little pat on the head from Rowan Heron too.
Just on the move, Norfolk at the clearances, and Brighton fellas just a bit under pressure, and something silly like a hold may hurt them.
Yep, absolutely. So Jakey Bierman. In he comes for his first. And this one goes across the face of goal. Maybe the wind took that because it seemed to fade a fair bit. So, 7-12-54. Lead Brighton 3-4-22. And this one's short, and Jai Bierman's going to get a chance at this one.
Very low percentage kick there from Collis. Probably not his fault. There wasn't a whole lot of leading going on from the Robins.
They just look a bit flat, don't they?
Not a tall side, so they really have to try and hit those targets. But when there's too much pressure about, it is hard for them. And the backmen normally do look like the bad ones doing it, but.
And this one misses to the far side this time. So Norfolk peppering the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. 7-13, 20 scoring shots to 7. This time he brings it out, and that's a horrible kick. That one's ended out at Eldrisy somewhere.
I think that's ended out at Joel's farm at Tea Tree nearly, I think. Norfolk definitely on top at the moment though.
Heron takes the kick and sends it towards Parker, who flew high. And that one goes out of bounds. You're right though, I think just the height perhaps of the New Norfolk side's a little intimidating. You look around the ground and there's not many little New Norfolk blokes. As Ferg's having a good chat to James Shearing in the deep forward of the Brighton Robins forward line. He can't quite get a hold of it. Nicely worked out there. Quick stuff, hard over the footy was Bierman, wrapped up in a Bangura tackle. And we'll see a ball up.
I'd say Ferg and Shearing are talking about what they're going to eat on the way home from Mood Food tonight up the Midlands.
Yeah, what a place to stop. Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food. Bangura could have got a free kick there. Umpire says, yep, it'll be a free kick. It'll go your way, young man. So Joseph Bangura sends it out towards Blair, who flew. Nelson's down there. Diving on the footy there was Cody Morgan. It'll be a free kick going to Nels. Play on quickly. Not his best kick, but it's going to land up okay. Great defensive work there by Banks Smith. He's caught holding the footy though. Now able to push and shove. Bangura sends it low. Nice mark here to the Brady Hayden, who goes deep down towards Ferg. And Morrison just can't quite get there. Right, floating across in front was Josh Farrow. Farrow, a left footer. Sends it towards the coach there in Clifford. Can't quite get it. Hard at the footy, that was great. But it looks like Josh Clifford might be a bit sore here. Hard at the footy over there was Patrick Vout. It's tough though, Joshy Clifford, don't worry about that. Scooped it out, and that's a... Gee, they pulled out a free kick there, so I'm not sure what that was for. Josh Hills is the recipient. Haven't seen a lot of Jamie Sokolski. Not sure what's happened with him. Anyway, Hills kicks it long. Nice strong mark to Rowan Heron, He does that all game. And sends a big long one down towards Marcus Parker, who flies high. And how good is he above his head? That's a contested grab. And Rossi Randall just couldn't do much there, could he? Just a good bit of leap. Caught the ball at the highest peak and dragged it home.
Say Heron and Marcus Parker, they know each other's game pretty well. Where to sit the ball, definitely helping them. And that's where Ross Randall needs help from his other defenders drifting back.
As Parker goes across the face, it's not going to make the journey. Rolling ball out the back, out of bounds. No, you're right. There's not a lot of support there. I'm not sure whether it's just a structural setup or what, but Marcus Parker can't be given that amount of space to walk into as the ball's out the back here. Scrappy stuff. Bierman tackled hard by Thompson. And it's a free kick going to big Lee Thompson. So you reckon he's the toughest bloke in the side?
Who's that?
Bench press, Lee Thompson.
I wouldn't say the toughest. He might say he is, but no, he's definitely been playing well today. I think someone's just been hit high here.
That might get another. We might get another look at that. Josh Nelson might find himself in a bit of trouble here. It's a late hit on Wardlaw. Yeah, unnecessary, Josh. He knows it. And 50. Didn't really collect him that hard, but unnecessary, that's for sure.
Yep.
Might get himself a week or two for that one.
Not the kind of stuff Brighton need at this present stage. An easy goal for the Eagles.
Yep. Wardlaw's a bit sore. So Wardlaw will go back. He's the recipient of a 50-metre penalty. And it'll be the first goal, I think, of this third term. Dill Ford's not happy about the amount of time he's taking. He might be a little bit unable to take his kick. No, he says he's right. Here it is again. So this is the Marcus Parker mark. How about that? In he comes, Blair Wardlaw for his first. And sends it home. So makes the Robins pay for a little bit of an undisciplined act and extends that lead even further. 8-13-61. New Norfolk. Brighton 3-4-22. As the ball goes back to the middle.
Still doesn't look quite, if you're right, Wardlaw, but after copping that to the head, I don't think he's going to let someone else kick his goal.
I don't think he collected him overly hard, but perhaps it was just in that right spot. We're all a bit soft behind the head, aren't we? So, yeah, there it is, just a little undisciplined. Wardlaw's coming off for a quick break. You're asking why they're waiting? Well, I guess it's for the 6-6-6. Back in the middle. Salter, I like that move into the ruck for him. Scoops it out. Tangata can't quite get a hold of it. And we will see a ball up. 11.5 minutes gone in the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. Salter with a big fist punches it over the top. Rolling ball out the back. Morgan couldn't quite get a hold of it, was tackled without the footy. He'll get a free kick. Throws his head back in dismay, did Brady Hayden. He was keen to have a run on goal. This one goes out towards Heron. Good work by Heron. Good defensive stuff by Sam Thomas too. Kept running. In the back, nothing doing there. Lovell. Clifford. Quick kick off the ground by Richards. Bierman's going to get there first. No, it'll be Morgan coming through hard. Good work by Cody Morgan. Got the kick forward. Chance over the back here for Nuss. Short one's on, finds Ford. Dylan Ford plays on quickly, then cops one late. And they'll be into each other here. Play on was the call. Johnson just out of his reach, out of bounds. So I'm right in front of the Duff TV position here. He's a little unhappy about it. It was Wig, the captain. Oh, smart work by Lester. Got his kick smothered by Salter though. Handball comes out, Bangara. Plays on quickly, Tangata. I like the way he plays his foot. His handball ball was looking for Eisel. And we'll see another ball in.
Intensity's definitely gone up from both sides the last 5 minutes since that incident. It's a bit touchy-feely, but...
Yeah. Well, they were friends before that, weren't they, almost?
I wouldn't call them friends.
No, but it was a bit of respectful sort of play. Lovell out the back, tackled hard without the footy. No, play on Eisel. Solkowski. Can't quite get a hold of it here. And we'll see a ball up. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a bit more niggle in the game now, Braden. We, of course, are getting around to every single SFL club this year for a live stream from every home ground around the south of the state, thanks to EIS Property and, of course, ID Clothing and Jackson Motor Company and Bennett's Petroleum Move Food as Lovell kicks it long. Goes towards Parker over the back. This is what I love about him. He keeps his feet in the contest and then he just slips there. Replace your divots, please. He gets sat on. Heron looking for a free kick. Somehow the ball just finds its way up under his armpit and we'll see a ball up. Marcus Parker, just one of those footballers that you go to local footy to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think many defenders in the league are going to be able to stop Marcus at his full length stretch when his arms are up, but like you said, you need those other guys helping in, chipping in between.
Bangura told him at the start of the game I was going to mark up his name every single time he went near the ball, and I shouldn't have said anything.
I don't think any guy at the club knows his last name, just Banger, I think, normally what they call him.
Yeah.
Much easier for everyone.
Bierman tackled. That's actually Eisel at the bottom of the pack. A nice tackle laid by Douglas. Short one's on here, finds Richards. The only Kelvin born post 1982.
From up Molesworth, Kelvin.
Oh, is he? Oh, great tackle, Tangata. Tackled high. Beautiful work. Spinning out of trouble, though. There was Lester. He got his kick forward. Now a chance as the Robins move it forward through Douglas. Tackled out the footy. Johnson there. There's a high kick, high tackle here. It'll be Baxter that'll get the free kick. So can he make them pay here? What do you reckon, Braden? He'll kick from about 49 metres.
I'd say go pretty close here. Pretty talented young kid, Baxter. No real wind about it at the moment, though, so that's not going to help him, but touch and go on the line, I'd say.
Well, he's kicked one already in the first term, Lewis Baxter. A little bit of hey-ho. He's not going to make the journey here. Oh, and a big fly and a strong mark.
Our man.
Your man, Blair. Alex Blair.
Well, let's hope he's can kick straight this time.
Well, he's kicked 3 behinds already in 1 goal. And he comes. Mark it down. Beautiful kick. That's better. So the Robins shorten the margin. It's now down to 33 points. 17 minutes gone in the third term on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. Gee, that's a good mark. I never took a mark like that in my career.
No, I suppose in those marks on the goal line like that, where normally, Norfolk had done that a few times today, and Brighton finally pegged one back in the same kind of order. Definitely helps. Still hanging around the mark, Brighton, just if they can kick another goal or 2 here.
Well, it opens it up, doesn't it? They haven't looked like it in this third term, though. It was that second term that hurt them. Big punch forward again. Bierman just scooped it back nicely. Eisel, with strength, has time, goes forward. Coming out to meet the footy. Good defensive work again. The Robins defensive unit has been under pressure from the start of the game. Bierman at the bottom of the pack. Caught holding the footy.
I think Connor Salter going to the ruck has definitely lifted in the last 5 minutes, getting the ball moving forward.
Millhouse sends it long. Banger, got it off the boot. Now they got numbers here, the Robins. Arriving late there was Shearing. Johnson tried to get it away. Tangata so hard at the footy. He's like a little bulldozer. Out the back, Morrison got a quick kick forward. Where's Blair? Coming up to meet the footy. Somehow he gets in front and takes the fingertipper.
Good work from Fergie Morrison there, just getting the ball forward. Brighton boys definitely on the move at the centre clearances the last couple of minutes and making a difference.
Well, Jordan Banks-Smith down there just got beaten to the footy. And as I said, this man just took a little fingertipper. And you said it before, this makes things a little bit more interesting. Braden?
See how he goes.
Just let himself down. That's 4 behinds for Alex Blair. 2 goals for. Obviously a couple of, and one out of bounds too. So a couple of those were tough gets. Farrow goes long. Solkowski. Short one. Finds a man in Rainbird. Rainbird on the far side of this wide Brighton Oval at Pontville. Parker, you watch, he won't fall over here until the very last minute. Tackled a little bit high by Bierman and free kick.
I think those bigger guys that can then follow up and put more pressure after they haven't took the marker, really valuable in a team.
Yep. Byers got it long. Ferg kept his feet, coming through hard. Nice work down there. He's caught holding the footy. It's a good effort there by Baxter Lewis just to keep going, I think, trying to make something
out of something, yeah. These are the ones where Brighton really had to take most of the opportunities.
Well, they're just missing targets like that. The kicks across goal, that's happened a number of times as Heald goes forward. First play down there is going to be Collis. Collis gets wrapped up in a Chaplin tackle. And the umpire says, no, I'll ball it up, thank you. But you're right, those moments where they get a turnover, they're not making New Norfolk pay, unfortunately, for the Robins. Bierman fends off his captain, then goes 1-2, smart stuff, gets the older handball off from Eisel. Which way does this go? It's to the top of the square, and Thompson just ends up with it in his arms. Joshy Clifford just looking at the umpire saying, yeah, how's he getting rid of that? Well, I'm not sure he had any prior, but we'll see what happens. Parker at the bottom of the pack, pushes his teammate off. Out it comes here for the Robins. Just a quick kick forward, bouncing ball, dangerous stuff. It's almost chaos as the kick comes out again. Who's out in front? Big flyer, maybe a push in the back against poor old Kobe McCauley. Punched away again. Clever stuff from the Robins. Out the back, here's a chance for Shearing. His kick around the corner, big fly. Out the back, Bierman, off to Bierman. And here goes Jai Bierman for goal, and it's a beauty. So the Bierman brothers get a goal. Jai is the one who will go in the paper for having the goal. That was clever stuff by the Eagles. And that man there, Jake Bierman, did a good bit of work through the middle. We'll take a look at it on the Moodfood replay. Bierman dodges 1-2 and got his handball off. I'm assuming they're brothers, the Bierman boys.
Have to be some relation. Both been very lively around the ball today, around the half-forward line.
Yeah. This is the first time in a while I've called a New Norfolk team that hasn't got a Triffid in it.
There's probably a Triffid over there standing near the bar, I reckon, Sammy, but
100% he'll be there. Bierman again. Got a goal and got the ball forward. Robbins. Okay. Johnson. Clever. Finds Collis. Collis. Short. Finger tipping. Just missing targets like that, unfortunately, the Robins. Banger. Bangs it forward. Down toward the goal kicker in Baxter. Off to Morrison. Around the corner with a little bit of a check side, and it's across the face.
Thought he had a left foot, Ferg, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
Just those small chances not quite taking at the moment, Brighton.
Banks Smith got his kick away. Punched it to himself, did Dill Ford. Going back inboard. Here they go, the Robins, as this one's popped up. Who's down there? Blair! Huge stuff over the back. A chance for the Robins if they can get it forward. Kicked off the ground, goal. Josh Nuss will go down in the paper, but the effort from Blair, huge. He knew he was in the Duff TV scope there, but let's take another look at this. Wow.
I think those defenders are starting to become wary of him now too, which is great in those couple of loose men for Brighton at the contest.
He got to it. It hit him in the Adam's apple. Good effort by Adrian Peach. And again, another goal here. 24 minutes gone in the third term. Might make it interesting. It'll take the margin back to 25 points. It's currently 31. Quick kick off the ground. Tangata can't quite get it. Dylan Ford hot on his hammer though. Was Eisel. Quick kick forward. Who's down there? Rolling ball out the back. Heron's down there. Peach goes hard at the footy. Here's a chance for Nelson. Can't quite. It was actually Johnson. Fergus Morrison's down there. He tackles a man. Johnson tackled without it. Free kick, no. Umpire says play on. Long kick out towards the forwards. Salter flew high. Rolling ball out the back now. Chance for Hills. He can't quite get it up. The Eagles hop on it. Quickly scooped out the back, and Bierman has space. How did he float out the back here? He's got so much time. Sends it down towards Chaplin, and he takes the mark at half forward. He turns around, pops it up in towards the Parker area. Parker with strength, good defensive work again. Over the back, a rolling ball, bending out on the full. Good piece of play there in this game. Now they've got numbers here, the Robins. Richards is taking his time here.
Not a whole lot forward for Brighton, just waiting for something in the end.
Yeah, well, Shearing made a meal of that because he had so much time. Hard at the footy, though, down there was Lester. Tackled hard. Lewis.
Still a bit of tension going on. I was just seeing Fergie Morrison down here on the corner had Reece Hill after he tried to kick him, I think. Old Fergie didn't appreciate that.
No. Well, there's still a bit to go in this game. The margin's 31 points, but Brighton came back that last half of that third term, and the margin stayed at 31 points. 5-6-36. Brighton trail New Norfolk 9-13-67 goal scorers for Brighton. 2 to Alex Blair. He's kicked 4 behinds and 1 out of bounds. So the game could have been a little different. Baxter Lewis has got 1, Josh Nuss with 1, and Fergus Morrison with 1. For the Eagles, it's 2 to Marcus Parker, then singles to Blair Wardlaw, Nathan Eisel, Tyron Rainbird, Jai Bierman, Jacob Wigg, Ben Lovell, and the coach, Josh Clifford. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Duff TV live streaming SFL Round 3 action between Brighton New Norfolk, thanks to EIS Property, ID Clothing, and of course Jackson Motor Company and Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food. Tubes Taylor and Braden Howlett back with the final term in just a few moments. Stick around here on Duff TV. He does that all game. And sends a big long one down towards Marcus Parker, who flies high. And how good is he above his head? That's a contesting a little bit. Bit unable to take his kick. No, he says he's right. Here it is again. So this is the Marcus Parker mark. How about that? comes, Blair Wall. And it's a free kick going to be Lee Thompson. So you reckon he's the toughest bloke in the side?
Who's that?
Bench press, Lee Thompson.
Oh, I wouldn't say the toughest. He might say he is, but no, he's definitely been playing well today. I think someone's just been hit high here.
That might get another. We might get another look at that. Josh Nelson might find himself in a bit of trouble here. It's a late hit on Wardlaw. Yeah, unnecessary, Josh. He knows it. And 50. Didn't really collect him that hard, but unnecessary, that's for sure.
Yep.
Might get himself a week or two for that one.
Not the kind of stuff Brighton need at this present stage. An easy goal for the Eagles.
Yep. Wardlaw's a bit sore. So Wardlaw will go back. He's the recipient of a 50-metre penalty. And it'll be the first goal, I think, of this third term. Dilford's not happy about the amount of time he's taking. He might be a little bit unable to take his kick. No, he says he's right. Here it is again. So this is the Marcus Parker mark. How about that? In he comes, Blair Wardlaw for his first. And sends it home. So makes the Robins pay for a little bit of an undisciplined act and extend. A little bit of hey-ho. He's not going to make the journey here. Oh, and a big fly and a strong mark.
Our man.
Your man Blair. Alex Blair.
Well, let's hope he's can kick straight this time.
Well, he's kicked through in the back against poor old Kobe McCauley. Punched away again. Clever stuff from the Robins. Out the back, here's a chance for Shearing. His kick around the corner. Big fly. Out the back. Bierman. Off to Bierman. And here goes Jai Bierman for goal. And it's a beauty. So the Bierman brothers get a goal. Jai is the one who will go in the paper for having the goal. That was clever stuff by the Eagles. And that man down toward the goal kicker in Baxter. Off to Morrison around the corner with a little bit of a check side, and it's across the face.
Thought he had a left foot, Ferg, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
It's just those small chances not quite taking at the moment, Brighton.
Banks Smith got his kick away. Punched it to himself, did Dilford. Going back inboard. Here they go, the Robins, as this one's popped up. Who's down there? Blair! Huge stuff over the back. A chance for the Robins if they can get it forward. Kicked off the ground, goal. Josh Nuss will go down in the paper, but the effort from Blair, huge. He knew.
Are you thinking of selling your home? We have buyers ready to go, and Miss P is looking for her first home, ideally in the Brighton area, and she would like to secure something fairly new that has a fenced yard for her small dog. She has up to $450,000 to spend. If your home fits that description, call me, Alison Rogers at EIS Property.
Come on, Kyle, harden up, mate.
Bit dusty there, buddy.
Pipe down, pal. Looks like it's your lucky day, but Bisley Workwear. We've got you covered.
In today's world of self-service, it's nice to know that there's still a place where you can sit back and relax. Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
All it does is call. And when you hear it, then it's up to you to...
Fourth term about to get underway here at Pontville Park. Or Oval, whatever you want to call it. There's the club rooms in the background. Due to be knocked down in a week or two. It's Brighton trailing New Norfolk by 31 points, but the mail on Brighton is that they are a very fit side, so this game is not over by a stretch. Nicely out of the middle, and there it goes. Bangura goes forward. Who's down there? Blair over the back. A chance here just to get a quick one. He spins out of trouble. Which way does he go? He goes back to a teammate. Ferg Morrison gets his handball away. Out it comes now. Who's down there? That's the little Brady Hayden man. And it's caught holding the footy. Gee, they would have loved a goal there, the Robins. Long kick up the line. Good punch away by Salter. Thompson with a handball over the top. Beeman tackled hard. That's holding the footy. Mangara with the tackle. Plays on quickly. Blair's down there. Can't find a mark. Vout. They go again. Tackled without it. Here's Blair. Got his handball away. Only as far as Eisel. Here's a chance now for Vout. He got his handball off. Morrison goes in hard. Healed. Eisel. He's going to get caught holding the footy. Look at the way that Fergie Morrison just begged the umpire for a free kick there. They were both looking at the ump. And Ferg Morrison gets what he wants.
Not many people are happy with Ferg. Yeah.
Look.
Didn't give much of an effort to give it out, but poor old Ferg on top, I don't think he could.
He wrapped him up beautifully there. And here comes Ferg Morrison. So watch him celebrate if this goes through. He's happy, big Ferg. And he revs up the wet area. Look at him. The Bullock from up St. Peter's Pass gets his second. And he is fired up, big Ferg Morrison. The margin now back to 25 points. It is game on at Pontville Oval. You can hear him screaming.
I think we missed him. He got a big, huge salute to the wet area. He's up and about Ferg. That's what they need, though.
Yep. Wow.
Kind of sold a huge difference this last quarter.
Massive in the ruck.
Winning the ruck every time. And Banger and the other guys are on the end of it.
Out he comes. Salter around the corner. Who's going to be there first? It's a foot race. Bouncing ball. Solkowski overran it. Now a chance here. Brady Hayden just got it up. There's Banger. He wrestles it away. Scooping it out. Down there was Joshy Douglas. Eisel, hard, nice tackle. Slung him there. Yeah, it's a free kick. It'll go the way of Pat Vout. So Vout's got it. That one's a little bit too much on it, and that's well read. Josh Farrow, who's been a wall down there for the Eagles, plays on. Now out towards Clifford, who's outnumbered here, Clifford. He's got 3 to beat. Handball came over the top, forward. Handball's off. Nicely done to Hayden. Hayden short. Who's down there? It's Blair.
Great ball use there from the Robins.
Well, they look a lot more dangerous this term, don't they?
Just that final kick out in front. Defenders haven't got much of a help with them.
Yeah, Jordan Banks-Smith is a classy defender too, make no mistake. And Blair, he's already kicked 4 points.
Not the easiest kick from here.
No.
But it is outside the change rooms.
The umpire just sees that one fade. He's 5th behind, so a different ball game if it had kicked 5-2 instead of 2-5. This one's short. Banks-Smith in towards Beerman. Finds Morgan. Morgan goes short again to Leicester. So this is good from New Norfolk. Just attacking via the numbers. Long one. Salters down there for the Robins. Somehow it comes out the back. Punched away. Umpire's pulled out a free kick. It'll go the way of the Eagles. It'll be Shearing to take it. Shearing looks deep inside forward 50. Floating back over the top. Thompson did well, but he's punched it in the wrong direction because Rainbird's down there. His handball went backwards to Bierman. Bierman goes back again. Clifford got set upon, and the Robins will clear momentarily as this one goes out of bounds.
Great work from Thompson there, being that intercept mark. Definitely what they've needed the last half to help Rossi with Marcus Parker.
Yep, absolutely. So a boundary throw-in, of course, thanks to all our sponsors. You can see on the screen. 5.5 minutes gone on the Jackson Motor Company scoreboard. Boundary throw-in. Umpire Duffy looking very smart since having a haircut. Out it comes out the back for Bierman. Bierman goes one way, then the other, then just drops it. Bangara played on, and the advantage was called. Nelson back to a running player, and they're off here. Millhouse sends it long towards Ferg. Ferg can't quite get a hold of it. He goes back and gets it. Handball over the top for Blair. Blair runs in. Handballs again. Quick goal. And here come the Robins. Baxter Lewis gets his second. And the Robins are on the march. How fired up is Big Ferg?
He's up and about. I think he's filthy. He tried to take that one-handed, but all's well that ends well for the Robins. Great defensive pressure there from Banger as well. Very up and about at the moment, Robins.
Well, the margin back to 18. 7-7-49. The Robins 9-13-67. Thanks to Jackson Motor Company, 6 3/4 minute mark of the fourth term. Salters in the ruck. Got it. Back did the ruckman Lovell. Out it comes for Bierman, who's tackled, but he got his kick away down towards Parker, who's strong on the second grab. Rossi Randall was down there, was hot on his hammer, but Parker, the veteran, just goes back and now having a little coach's meeting. Must kick this goal, he said, I'm sure. Marcus Parker.
Definitely going to hurt the Robins if he can slot this one through.
He's already kicked 2, both in the second term. Marcus Parker doesn't miss those. He's got 3. And the horns start to go. So they've all obviously made the trip down from Boyer Oval.
The cans sitting in the van are starting to come into effect.
Yeah. So who's going to be the ID Clothing Player of the Match? You'll have to tune into the map to find out that one. Of course, on the Duff TV Facebook page. 24 points, the margin here. Free kick will go to Salter. He's called to play on, so he does, and sells a bit of candy and gets an extra 5 to 10 metres. Sends it down towards Blair, going back with a flight. Great grab. Well, the quick response is what they need, the Robins. And it doesn't get much better than that. How's the push off here on Bank Smith? Just wrong-footed. Beautiful mark. Joshy Nelson just getting into Jordan Banks Smith rather. A must-kick goal for the Robins. And he kicks it. Blair has his 3rd. And the margin pegged back to 18 points. 8:7:55. Brighton trail by just 18 points. Norfolk 10-13-73. He's got the boys fired up. Ferg Morrison, Joel Millhouse gets around them. And you're right, Braden, the move of Salter into the ruck has been huge, because he does that sort of stuff, follows up. Bangers on the bottom of the pack. Salter's happy with it, and they drag it in, and the umpire says, give it to me. Lovell and Salter do battle. Smother came off. Bierman's going to be first to the footy. He gets tackled hard, then just scoops it up. Millhouse can't quite get the footy. It's picked up there by Douglas. And we'll see a ball up. There's a big two-storey club rooms due to start being built later on in this year. Punched away by Lovell. Thomas gets tackled by Bierman. He's caught holding the footy. Great tackle by Bierman. So this is Jakey Bierman, who sends it long down towards Parker, who worked his way beautifully and pushes his man out, but it was safe, said the umpire. Nice strong grab to Marcus Parker. Rossi Randall wasn't too happy with it. He flew away. Kobe McCauley was turning around saying, how did he get there? What do you think of that one, Braden?
No, I'm not sure how much. Maybe if it was a little push in the back, or it was more to the side, but
well,
when the ball comes in like that, it just dived at the last moment. Rossi was a bit under it anyway. But
yep. Marcus Parker for his fourth. Oh, and across the face. Maybe it was a free kick, and that's the footy gods telling us otherwise. Millhouse to bring the ball out. How far? Thomas just gets under the footy. Sokolski goes back to get the footy. How about the sounds around the ground? And the handball came out from Ford. Now they got numbers. Richards, he's got time here, so he sends it long towards Ferg. Rowan Heron underneath the footy, punching it back with it way. Here's a chance now. Handball over the top. They've got the numbers here. Nuss from 55. Goal! Gets his second. It was more like 35, but it felt like 55. And now the margin just 13 points. Braden Howlett. How did you see that one?
I think it's just moving the ball quickly and
coast to coast.
And when Brighton have done that today and hit their targets and put pressure on, they've been pretty hard to stop at times. But Norfolk just haven't quite got the legs at the moment this last quarter, and depend on the next 5 to 6 minutes, I'd say what's going to be the end result. Good goal there from Nuss.
Well, it's
taking
game
those
on.
Opportunities really now.
Absolutely game on. Bierman gets his kick. It's just a high little 9-9. Solkowski goes back, and that is a good mark. Courageous sends one down. Good punch from behind there. Diving on it. Umpire says it'll be a ball up. That was good stuff there by Lee Thompson just to hold his ground there. Just slipped a little bit on the slippery deck here at Pontville Oval. Heron, smart. Thomas has it, wrapped up in a Bierman tackle. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Heron and Lovell definitely matching it with Connor around the ground when wrestling, but Connor, if he can get that jump.
Yep. Bierman goes forward. Almost a mark there to the coach in Clifford. Thomas went through hard and then jumped into a tackle. And the umpire says, no prior opportunity. I'll ball it up. Heron's a clever footballer. Watch him here. Smart to Bierman. Coming through hard. Banger missed it. Scooped it up to Solkowski. Out it comes now for Wigg. Wigg, smart, captain's goal. Begging here. He goes towards goal. Going back with the flight. Rossi Randall does well. And he pushes it across for a behind.
I think Rossi's done a pretty good job today on Marcus, considering the amount of times the ball's come in.
Collis goes out towards Ferg. Well played by Nuss to stay down. Handball over the top. Here's a chance now for Hayden. His kick finds the mark, but it's dropped and the scoopy handball came backwards. Just need to hold it up here, I reckon, the Robins. And they do. A ball up. Couple of young guns there in Josh Nuss and Patrick Vout getting around. Shovel does well, but it'll be a ball up. So a little bit more interest. We've got 15 minutes gone in the final term here. Brighton 9-7-61 to New Norfolk 10-15-75. 14 points the margin. Out it comes for Bierman. Now off to Morgan. Morgan goes long and deep. Going back with a flight. Thomas tackled without the footy. It'll be a free kick to him. It's not 50, fellas, because he wasn't sure whether it was a free kick to him or not. Rowan Heron doesn't do that. Let's just take a look at the Bennett's Petroleum Moodfood replay. Just tackle without it. Oh, he played for it a fair bit. Sliding in. Richards takes it at his toes. Now the short one's on out here. Finds a teammate in Collis. Collis goes towards Ford. Ford takes it on the up and then sends a burner. Oh, just trying to bite off a bit too much there. Banger went hard and went back with a footy. It's picked up by Wigg. He scooped it back towards Eisel. And we'll see a ball up. Another goal here for the Robins makes it really interesting. A lot of space behind the contest here. Scooped underneath, and now the Eagles go forward down towards Marcus Parker, who will take that grab. Tailor-made for him. He's got 3 to his name. He's the most casual looking dude. When he takes a grab, that's just too much space for a midfield there. And Marcus Parker loves to take those grabs. Poor Rossi Randall can't do much there. Marcus Parker with a nice short haircut. The fade's working nicely, Marcus. We love him here at Duff TV. He's got 3 to his name. And it's just across the face a goal for a behind. So they managed to keep in touch here, the Brighton Robins. Adam Collis will take the kick out. Out he comes. Sends the left foot. Oh dear. Oh, flew high. Didn't have the footy and got tackled off it. Out it comes for Heron. Heron just tackled, and that'll be a free kick going to Thomas. Where's he come from, this fella?
I played all his juniors in my team, and then headed back up to the Central Hawks, and I think it was in the ODFA last year, and has come back with them not playing.
Banks Smith takes the mark. Vice captain sends it up towards a teammate. They fly high. Down at the bottom of the pack. Clifford! Clifford! Smart! Opportunistic goal. His second. And that just gives them a little bit of breathing space, the Eagles. He roved it magnificently. Just a turnover, though, for the Robins. Good contest. Found it. His eyes lit up, didn't they?
He's been doing that for a few years, Clifford.
Well, he's done it his whole career, the coach of the Eagles. And he's trying to fire up his boys. And that's looking pretty much directly in front of me here at Pontville Park. Newhouse off to Collis, and now Banger with a short one. Shearing got his kick away just. It'll bounce in front of Wigg. Banger just punches it away. And we'll see a ball in. Boundary throw in right in front of the Eagles bench. New Norfolk 11-16-82 lead Brighton 9-7-61 as the ball comes inside forward 50. And that one just in front of Farrow will be another ball in. "19 minutes gone. These quarters have been going for about 24, 25 minutes each, so there's still plenty of time here for the Robins. Punched away by Shearing. Eisel dove on it. And the umpire says it doesn't matter. He found his feet. I'll ball it up.
Poor old Ferg crying to the umpire there, but didn't want to listen to him this time.
Scrappy stuff here at half forward for the Robins. Down at the bottom of the pack is Dill Ford. And we'll see a ball up. Ruck one by Salter. Now a chance here for the Robins. If he can kick another one, it'll be his first. Hayden gets a goal. So Brady Hayden, margin back now to just 15 points. 3 goals will seal it for Brighton. Can New Norfolk hold on? The fitness really starting to come to the top of this game. We'll see it in the replay. Again, Salter.
Tapping it forward.
Yep. He wasn't getting much of a look at it up forward, was he? And the move of putting him into the ruck has really changed this game a bit.
I think it's just that more athletic, agile over Lovell, who's probably had a long 2.5, 3 quarters in the ruck. It's just New Norfolk, he probably took it down the forward line 4 or 5 times this quarter, but scored each time.
Bierman reads it off Salter's arms. Down it comes, and playing in forward is Rainbird. Chaplin's on, short. They've changed over here though. He's asking, right at the back is Parker. He says, send it long. High, who's it going to? Marcus Parker copped a little push in the back. Let's take another look at it here on the Bennett's Petroleum Mood Food replay. Yeah, just copped him a little bit high there.
Don't know if there was a whole lot in that.
No,
but,
well,
the arm was there, but he might have made it look worse than what it was.
It's been a bit of that after last night's game. The Giants and the Bombers. It's always nice to see the Bombers lose one tight.
Exactly.
Marcus Parker. Charity kick. And that one goes through the middle. So Marcus Parker finally gets his 4th goal after kicking 2 behinds in this term. And the margin again shoots out to 21 points late in the 4th term. Maybe a little push in the back, a little bit Parker conscious perhaps. Who knows? Trivial free kicks. One free kick doesn't lose you a game, that's for sure. But when you've got Marcus Parker kicking 4. Beautiful kick. Most casual bloke getting round. He's got like the 3/4 sleeves too. Anyway, margin out to 21. Ball over the back. Eisel got his kick away. Now it's a foot race. Ripping it out of there was Byers. He got caught with the footy. Clifford, clever over the top to Bierman. Bierman left it behind and then got caught without the footy. It'll be his free kick. Bierman sends it over the top towards Eisel. Big flyer from Salter. Banger goes back, and as smooth as you like. Wow, where did he come from, Eisel? What a great tackle. Salter off to Randall. Tangata. Finds Lovell. He's got Heron down in the pocket. He goes in that direction. Parker's there too. Big flying fist come from behind from big Rossi Randall. And we'll see a ball in. Well, it's been a very entertaining game. New Norfolk look like they will run out victors over the top. Just a matter of margin now, but I tell you what, Brighton Robins have really battled hard all game. Quick kick by Heron. Who's down there? Parker, of course. He just seems to read the play so well, this bloke, doesn't he?
Just that quick kick in. I'd say, 3 or 4 of his goals have probably come from that today, where Ross probably hasn't really stood a chance, but he's just been in the right spot at the right time, and he's obviously capitalised most of the time today as well.
Certainly has. He'll go back for his 5th here, Marcus Parker, and probably ends up being the difference. And this one just misses to the near side. He tugged at it a bit hard. Millhouse. Short one's on here. Just over kicked it there for Lewis. And that one goes out of bounds in front of Wardlaw. Boundary thrown at centre wing. Salter just pushed under the ball by Lovell, who's battled hard all day. Big fly. Thomas, a little bit of defensive work. Handball's over the top. Millhouse just out of trouble there. Scooped it up, did Wigg. Wigg got tackled hard and got his handball away towards Lovell. Tangata through the middle of the ground, sends a worm burner down towards Clifford. Clifford just tried to take it at his fingertips. He just can't quite get a hold of it. Quick kick. Out of bounds on the full. No, through for behind off the boot of Heald. Looks like Huonville are leading over the top of Dodgers Ferry pretty comfortably. And Hobart look like they've done the job over Sorrell as the ball will roll out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Definitely an even comp this year. A few changes and a few big movers from different clubs has helped that, but
it's pretty even across the board, though, I think. I mean,
yeah.
There's been a big result last week with Huonville giving you guys a bit of a lesson, but they played in a premiership, in a grand final last year, so they're the benchmark.
Oh, for sure, and they have been for the last 2 or 3 years, and you know it was probably a good rude awake for the boys at the Robins. You know, to see going from Sorrell to a top quality side like Huonville.
Yep.
But you know they're young, experienced guys, and they'll learn from that. And I don't think today's been a bad day for the Robins. Plenty of positives to take out of it for sure.
Yep, absolutely. Seen the emergence of Big Salter into the ruck. If he's not able to get fed very well down forward, move him into the ruck, build his tank. Looks like we will stay at a 23-point margin in favour of New Norfolk. Can't be long left. This quarter is 27 minutes old, thanks to Jackson Motor Company. As the shadow starts to be cast across Pontville Oval, Millhouse got it out and just handballed to a man who just got tackled hard. Oh, gee, just copped a knee in the back of the head, did Reece Heald. So he'll get a free kick. Wardlaw with the footy. Gives it back to Reece. So Heald. Sends it long. Quick kick. I think that was Bierman that got it away. Down towards Clifford. Heron went back and got it now. Clifford with some time. Running up the ball, running away from him. Got his handball off to Wigg. Good pressure from the defenders down there. Salter just pushed in the back. No free kick, umpire says. Not sure about that. And there it is. Full time here at Pontville Park. Even though those boys had a little bit of a touch and go moment there, they shake hands after the game. It is New Norfolk 12-18-90. Defeating Brighton 10-7-67. A 23-point margin in favour of the Eagles. Goal kickers for the Robins. 3 to Blair, 2 to Lewis Baxter, Josh Nuss and Ferg Morrison. And then for the Eagles, the victors, it was a 4-pack to Marcus Parker, 2 to Josh Clifford, and then singles to Blair Wardlaw, Nathan Eisel, Tyron Rainbird, Jai Bierman, Jacob Wigg. Ben Lovell was the final goal kicker for the Eagles. Better players on the day, I thought, for the Robins. Alex Blair was probably best on. Dylan Ford battled manfully, as did the defenders in Rossi Randall. Who else was down there? Adam Collis battled hard. But one of the best players on the day was probably Connor Salter for the New Norfolk Eagles. Well, it was a pretty even contest across the board for them. Josh Farrow was a absolute brick wall down back. Jordan Banks-Smith battled hard, as did the two Bierman boys, Jai and Jake. They did well through the middle. Marcus Parker, of course, was very good. Ben Lovell was pretty good in the ruck, handy. Josh Clifford, the coach, was good, but Rowan Heron was good all around the ground. We must, of course, thank the Brighton sponsors as well. You can see on your screen, of course, our SFL Round 3 Brighton versus New Norfolk game was live streamed thanks to EIS Property and ID Clothing. Tune in to the map during the week to find out who your ID Clothing player of the match was for today. Braden Howlett, thanks very much for having us out here at Brighton.
Thanks for having me here, Tubes. And, you know, it's a good thing that Duff TV are going around and help marketing the comp, which I think that it definitely needed.
Well, thank you very much, mate. And next week, we are up at New Norfolk. New Norfolk, I'm not sure who they're taking on. Who have we got? New Norfolk and Dodgers Ferry up at Boyer. So that's the live stream game next week. Those two teams will be very evenly matched, no doubt. We'll also be streaming the SFLW of New Norfolk and Kingborough playing up at Boyer Oval. Thank you very much for tuning in all across the globe. My name is Tubes Taylor. Until next time, see you at the footy. Bye for now. He does that all game and sends a big long one down towards Marcus Parker, who flies high, and how good is he above his head? That's a contest a little bit unable to take his kick. No, he says he's right. Here it is again. So this is the Marcus Parker mark. How about that? In he comes, Blair Wolf, and it's a free kick going to big Lee Thompson. So you reckon he's the toughest bloke in the side?
Who's that?
Bench press, Lee Thompson.
Oh, I wouldn't say the toughest. He might say he is, but no, he's definitely been playing well today. I think someone's just been hit high here.
That might get another. We might get another look at that. Josh Nelson might find himself in a bit of trouble here. It's a late hit on Wardlaw. Yeah, unnecessary, Josh. He knows it. And 50. Didn't really collect him that hard, but unnecessary, that's for sure.
Yep.
Might get himself a week or two for that one.
Not the kind of stuff Brighton need at this present stage. An easy goal for the Eagles.
Yep. Wardlaw's a bit sore. So Wardlaw will go back. He's the recipient of a 50-metre penalty. And it'll be the first goal, I think, of this third term. Dill Ford's not happy about the amount of time he's taking. He might be a little bit unable to take his kick. No, he says he's right. Here it is again. So this is the Marcus Parker mark. How about that? In he comes, Blair Wardlaw for his first. And sends it home. So makes the Robins pay for a little bit of an undisciplined act and extend. A little bit of hey-ho. He's not going to make the journey here. Oh, and a big fly and a strong mark.
Our man.
Your man, Blair. Alex Blair.
Well, let's hope he's can kick straight this time.
Well, he's kicked 3 in the back against poor old Kobe McCauley. Punched away again. Clever stuff from the Robins. Out the back, here's a chance for Shearing. His kick around the corner. Big fly. Out the back. Bierman. Off to Bierman. And here goes Jai Bierman for goal. And it's a beauty. So the Bierman brothers get a goal. Jai is the one who will go in the paper for having the goal. That was clever stuff by the Eagles. And that man down toward the goal kicker in Baxter. Off to Morrison around the corner with a little bit of a check side, and it's across the face.
Thought he had a left foot, Ferg, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
Just those small chances not quite taking at the moment, Brighton.
Banks Smith got his kick away. Punched it to himself, did Dill Ford. Going back inboard. Here they go, the Robins, as this one's popped up. Who's down there? Blair! Huge stuff over the back. A chance for the Robins if they can get it forward. Kicked off the ground, goal. Josh Nuss will go down in the paper, but the effort from Blair, huge. He knew, and one out of bounds. So the game could have been a little different. Baxter Lewis has got one, Josh Nuss with one, and Fergus Morrison with one. For the Eagles, it's two to Marcus Parker, then singles to Blair Wardlaw, Nathan Eisel, Tyron Rainbird, Jai Bierman, Jacob Wigg. Scoreboard, boundary throw-in. Umpire Duffy, looking very smart since having a haircut. Out it comes out the back for Bierman. Bierman goes one way, then the other, then just drops it. Bangara played on, and the advantage was called. Nelson back to a running player, and they're off here. Millhouse sends it long towards Ferg. Ferg can't quite get a hold of it. He goes back and gets it. Handball over the top for Blair. Blair runs in. Handballs again. Quick goal. And here come the Robins. Baxter Lewis gets his second. And the Robins are on the march. Quarter minute mark of the fourth term. Salters in the ruck. Got it. Back did the ruckman Lovell. Out it comes for Bierman, who's tackled, but he got his kick away down towards Parker, who's strong on the second grab. Rossi Randall was down there, was hot on his hammer, but Parker, the veteran, just goes back and now having a little coach's meeting. Must kick this goal, he said, I'm sure. Marcus Parker.
Definitely going to hurt the Robins if he can slot this one through.
He's already kicked two, both in the second term. Marcus Parker doesn't miss those. He's got three. And the horns start to go. So they've all obviously go to Salter. He's called to play on, so he does, and sells a bit of candy and gets an extra 5 to 10 metres. Sends it down towards Blair, going back with a fly. Great grab. Well, the quick response is what they need, the Robins. And it doesn't get much better than that. How's the push off here on Banks Smith? Just wrong-footed. Beautiful mark. Joshy Nelson just getting into Jordan Banks Smith rather. A must-kick goal for the Robins. And he kicks it. Blair has his third, and the margin pegged back to 18 points. Free kick, and that's the footy gods telling us otherwise. Millhouse to bring the ball out. How far? Thomas just gets under the footy. Sokolski goes back to get the footy. How about the sounds around the ground? And the handball came out from Ford. Now they got numbers. Richards, he's got time here, so he sends it long towards Ferg. Rowan Heron underneath the footy, punching it back away. Here's a chance now. Handball over the top. They've got the numbers here. Nuss from 55. Goal! Gets his second. It was more like 35, but it felt like 55.
Juniors in my team, and then headed back up to the Central Hawks, and I think it was in the ODFA last year, and has come back with them not playing.
Banks Smith takes the mark. Vice captain sends it up towards a teammate. They fly high, down at the bottom of the pack. Clifford! Clifford! Smart! Opportunistic goal. His second, and that just gives them a little bit of breathing. Salter, now a chance here for the Robins. If he can kick another one, it'll be his first. Hayden gets a goal. So Brady Hayden, margin back now to just 15 points. 3 goals will seal it for Brighton. Can New Norfolk hold? It's always nice to see the Bombers lose one tight.
Exactly.
Marcus Parker. Charity kick. And that one goes through the middle. So Marcus Parker finally gets his 4th goal after kicking 2 behinds in this term. Bierman sends it over the top towards Eisel. Big flyer from Salter. Banger goes back, and as smooth as you like. Wow, where did he come from, Eisel? What a great tackle. Salter off to Randall. To Lewis Baxter, Josh Nuss and Ferg Morrison. And then for the Eagles, the victors, it was a 4-pack to Marcus Parker, 2 to Josh Clifford, and then singles to Blair Wardlaw, Nathan Eisel, Tyron Rainbird, Jai Bierman, Jacob Wigg. Ben Lovell was the final goal kicker for the Eagles. Better players on the day, I thought, for the Robins. Alex Blair was probably best on. Dylan Ford battled manfully, as did the defenders in Rossi Randall. Who else was down there? Adam Collis battled hard. But one of the best players on the day was probably Connor Salter.